improved athletic performance. Whether it be one-on-one or group sessions, the sports performance program at St. Anthony's can take your athletic performance to a higher level. Call Steve Schabel at 794-5241 today to get enrolled in the St. Anthony Sports Performance Program.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome out here to Carroll Athletic at Football Stadium. Jeff Blankman, Mark Fieldmeyer with you here tonight on 1380 AM, 95.1 FM KCIM. You're listening to the Mackey Motors pregame show. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City. And, of course, Mark and I are coming to you live tonight from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages in Carroll. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. And what a matchup we've got here in week number 7 tonight, as the Kemper Knights are entertaining the Cardinal of Treynor. And Mark, you and I were talking a little bit before we went on the air here tonight. We're going to learn a lot about both of these teams, and not that both of them aren't good football clubs, but they come in right now, both still playing for a lot. Treynor's playing for second place in the district. They win tonight. They almost maybe secure that, depending on how that Kemper-Underwood game goes next week. And most people that you talk to think that Underwood's the favorite to win. Kemper, with a win here tonight, sets up a district championship game next week in Underwood. And even if a loss there, if they win tonight, they would clinch at least the number 2 seed in the district. So a lot to play for. I just think there's a lot of unanswered questions right now about both these ball clubs.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think it was 3 weeks ago I was doing the game, and I said, you know, Kemper's got a chance here to run the next table the next 3 weeks, and then we'll find out. They'll put themselves in position against Treynor and Underwood to play for a district title, and that's what they did. So, you know, Kemper's done the work. On paper, it looks like an even matchup. I'm excited to see it, as, you know, both teams have beat the teams they were supposed to and struggled against the teams that were probably, you know, a little better. So we're going to find out tonight, you know, who is got that second best place team in the district. And, you know, if Kemper wins tonight, they're playing for a district title next week.
Yeah, and Mark, you've got a chance. As everybody knows, I kind of bounce around between Carroll and Kemper and the 8 regional schools that we cover. You get a chance to see this Kemper team almost every week of the season. What have you learned about them? What have you seen from this Kemper team?
You know, I thought early in the year their line play was really good. They had a lot of experience up there. They were physical. They did a nice job up front, and that allowed them, for their, you know, skilled people that were a little younger, a little newer, to sort of get into that groove. And the last 3 weeks you've seen that. I thought the quarterback plays really improved. Cooper's done a really nice job. You know, from the beginning of the year, he's improved a ton. They've got a lot of weapons on the outside, and their running game, you know, the big thing is Kemper's had a lot of moving pieces with injuries, guys in and out, and they seem to be pretty deep this year, which is a nice thing to have as a team.
And going to be needed to be deep. Injuries have really hurt this team. I mean, this is a team that's played all season long without Logan Siebenoller, who is probably, along with, I would say, maybe Cal Waniger, their 2 best football players coming into the season. Throw Tavanami probably into that mix. But, you know, they had to play last week without Tay, and then Chris Moore goes down, and they had to, you know, reach deeper into that running back pool. And that's what they want to do is run the football. So they've battled through injuries and have found a way to be 4-2 here on the season.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I saw that, you know, looks like Chris is out tonight and Logan's still out. Ben Gherkin looks like he's out. So, you know, they've got some injuries. You know, some guys that have got some minutes, you know, as they've had a lot of blowouts here the last 3 weeks. I guess up until last week. But, you know, have got some quality playing time. And I remember when they were playing West Monona and Maple Valley Anthony, I talked about how important it was for those backups to get that quality time because you're going to need them. And now here we are. They need them.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at this Cardinal team, also coming in 4-2 and at 2-1 right now in the district. They've beaten St. Albert, Clarinda, Esac, and West Monona. Their losses to Underwood and Tri-Center. This is a club that can throw the ball a little bit, but they're going to try to come out. They're going to try to pound it at you. They want to be physical. Kemper's not afraid of that, but what do you see with this Treynor club that maybe, if you're Kemper, concerns you a little bit?
Yeah, the big thing with Treynor, they're going to line up and they're going to run right at you. And so with Chris being out tonight, you know, you've got a new middle linebacker in there. It's just going to be how Kemper matches up. I love Kemper's front four. Their defensive line, I think, is a strength of the team. We're going to have to make sure their linebackers fill. One of the things Kemper has been blessed with most of the year, Jeff, is their safeties and their corners have been able to play deeper because they've got so much pressure on. They're probably going to have to play a little tighter line of scrimmage tonight because Treynor is going to try and run the ball right at you.
Kemper wins the flip of the coin tonight. They have deferred to the second half, so it should be Treynor receiving the football first here tonight. So the Knights will kick it off again with Tommy Fitzsimmons. He has kicked off 29 times this year. Does not have a touchback. That doesn't mean he doesn't kick it deep, but has not had one back into the end zone. For Treynor, the Cardinals should have Jackson Schumacher and Todd Peterson back deep. Schumacher does have a kickoff return of 86 yards back for a touchdown, so the Knights are going to have to make sure that maybe they don't kick it to him. Let's take a look at that starting offense here tonight for the Cardinal. Again, they come under head coach Jeff Casey with Caleb Liff, Caden Hill, Dan Gregory, A.J. Schultz, and Tyler Christensen, their front five. Their wide receivers here tonight are Owen Meiske and Peyton Chapman, along with Todd Peterson, their tight end. Their quarterback is Caden Dirks. The fullback tonight is Caden Miller, and the running back is Jackson Schumacher. For Kemper across the front four, two really good defensive ends, and Isaac Evans and Evan Adams. They're down linemen, Will Healy and Cal Waniger. They man the middle. The linebackers, Nate Overmall, Will Simons, and Matt Pedig. The cornerbacks tonight are John Bass and Kobe Lampman, and the safeties, Trevor Ryle and DJ Vanami. Knights coming in 11 interceptions on the year. If they can take away the run game and force the Cardinal to have to throw here tonight, Mark, that could really bode well, because this is a ball-hawking secondary, and not just secondary. Heck, they've got the defensive lineman. Isaac Evans is a DN with two interceptions on the year.
Yeah, that's been Kemper's strength all year. We talked about the defensive line with the four guys that get pressure. When you get pressure with four, that makes seven in the secondary covering. Yep. And you're right. Our secondary does a very good job of keeping their eyes on the quarterback, and they really do a nice job of getting picks. So it's going to be exciting to see. If we can force Treynor to throw the ball, I love our chances tonight.
We'll keep you up to date as best we can on all the games around the area tonight. Thanks to everybody that's going to be tweeting me out updates tonight from all the area games. The Carroll game over on Kick tonight. The South Central Calhoun Woodward Granger game is on 93.7 KKRL. Fitzsimmons set to kick it off. It is going to be a little number. It's going to be taken by one of the upmen for Treynor, and the return that time is going to be out near the 40-yard line. Cardinal that time, pretty good return. Meiske was the one that caught that one and didn't get a big return, but when you catch it at around the 30 and you get out near the 40-yard line, that's probably what you want. I don't know if Kemper really wanted to give up that kind of field position on this opening drive.
Yeah, I think, Tommy, what he was thinking there is he wanted to punch that in between the second and third line there. Obviously, they want to keep away from kicking it deep to Schumacher, but he didn't get quite enough of it. And, he's hoping, I think, more around the 20, but just didn't get quite enough of the ball.
Ball over on the right hash mark. Cardinal going left to right. They'll come out power I formation. Toss back to Schumacher. Got a couple of blockers out in front of him in the left side, but he is going to be tripped up. And there is Cal Waniger making the tackle after a 1-yard gain. It'll bring up second down and 9. And Mark, that one looked like there was a seam, and I think Waniger dove and just got enough of the foot to trip him up.
Phenomenal play by Cal. He was blocked initially. He ran that down from the backside, made a great tackle because there was some running room there because they had their running backs out leading in front on that.
Cardinal do not hurry up to the line of scrimmage. They'll split Carson Elwood out here to the right. Two guys in the slot, one on the right, one on the left. The quarterback, Dirks, under center. Schumacher, the fullback, or actually Miller, the fullback, in behind him. Only about 3 steps. They'll send Schumacher now on a motion. They hand it off to the fullback, and Miller powering his way forward, going to get out past the 45, out to the 46-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 5 on the play. It'll bring up third down and about 4 yards to go. Miller, 58 carries, 200 yards coming into this. Schumacher, their tailback, 50 carries for 340 yards to a team that's not afraid to use that fullback.
Yeah, that's the play right there we have to stop. Their fullback's been averaging 4 or 5 yards a carry. We have to be able to neutralize that, or otherwise we're going to have to bring guys down, and that'll leave the opens up.
Two tight end set. Elwood splits out to the right. Slots on each side. Casey going to go under center. Again, Miller lines up behind him. Ball over on the left hash mark. Kemper with 4 down linemen. Again, they hand it off to Miller. And Miller pounds his way forward, but did not get much. He is only going to get a yard out to the 47-yard line. Kemper playing right now with a ton of emotion here in this football game. They know what this one means. It's going to bring up 4th down and 3. And I'm going to guess that Treynor looks like they're going to punt the football away. So a good defensive stand to open things up here tonight for the Kemper Knights.
Yeah, it's going to be real interesting to see if Treynor stays patient. They're going to have to go 4 or 5 yards a pop because they're not going to be able to get those big plays, and that's hard to do in high school football. You have those long, sustained drives.
Punt on the way. Tommy Schwartz, the punter, punts it over here. It's going to take a hop. Overmall had a chance to grab it, doesn't, and it's going to bound down near the 15-yard line. So that is where Kemper will have it. First down and 10, 9:43 left in this first quarter of play. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Knights. Across the front five, Cal Waniger, Will Healy, Connor Hayes, Evan Adams, and Isaac Evans. Your wide receivers are Nate Overmall and DJ Vanami. The tight end is Garrett Christensen. The quarterback, of course, is Cooper Potabom. Jared Hausman and Tay Vanami are the scheduled starters at running back. The down lineman defensively for Treynor, A.J. Schiltz, Caden Hill, and Caleb Liff. The linebackers are Caden Miller, Todd Peterson, Adley Drake, and Jackson Schumacher. Will give you the rest of the lineup. After this first play, they hand it off to Vanami, and he is going to be hit and wrapped up in the backfield. A loss of about 3 on the play. Tackle back to the 12-yard line. It'll bring up second down. Let's call it 13 yards to go. Rest of that defense, Owen Meiska and Carson Elwood are the cornerbacks. Peyton Chapman and Thomas Schwartz are the safeties tonight for the Cardinal. Second down, 13 for the Knights. Actually, they're going to say second and 12, ball at the 13-yard line. So it's just a loss of 2 on the play. Knights come out in the shotgun formation. Vanami lines up to the right of Potabom. Potabom rolls out, wants to throw, and he's going to find a receiver out at the 20-yard line. Nate Overmall making the catch there. It'll bring up third down now. Let's call it right around about 5-6 yards to go. Need to get out to about the 25-yard line.
Yeah, a couple things. Notice Kemper, Cal Waniger had an equipment issue with his helmet, so he hasn't been on the first 2 plays of offense. And then Carter Pudens, who's been one of their main players on the offensive line, is not in there tonight. I think he's a little nicked up. So, we got a few new guys up front. I'm going to have to make that adjustment.
Big third down early for Kemper. Again, they go shotgun formation. 1 wide receiver out to the left, 2 to the right. Vanami lines up to the right. They'll hand it off to him. He is hit and driven backwards, picked up maybe 2 yards out to the 22-yard line. It'll be a punting situation for the Knights as they'll face, kind of like Treynor did, a 4th down and 3 coming up as the clock continues to roll. With the Western Iowa Networks, you get more speed when working from home, more movie time with family with no buffering, and more savings with locking in your internet price for 2 years. Call or text 712-775-2946 or go to westinet.com for details. And now we're going to get a flag before the punt, and let's see what that is going to be. Came in from behind the play.
Legal formation on the offense, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
An illegal formation against Kemper. That is not what they needed. Backed up at their own 21, 22-yard line. It'll take them back to about the 16. So punting the ball pretty much out of his end zone almost from about inside his 5 to 10-yard line is going to be Kobe Lampman.
Yeah, this will be interesting to see because Kobe had to punt last week, did a nice job, but Chris Moore was a tremendous punter, and not having him in there, that's field position. So see how Kobe does here.
Peyton Chapman back deep. It's going to be a low line drive kick. Chapman will pick it up at about his own 37-yard line, goes
Great
backwards,
coverage.
And he is going to be hit and wrapped up and dropped at around the 30-yard line. So a great bounce and a great coverage that time by the Knights, and they'll pin Treynor all the way back at their own 30-yard line with 7:35 left here in the first quarter of this scoreless ball game.
Yeah, it looked like Jake Earl back down there. Nice job. Kemper had their 2 gunners are right down there, and he did a nice job. Chapman did picking it up, just didn't want it to roll much further, but had nowhere to go. Nice coverage by the Knights.
Cardinal will have it, ball over on the left hash mark at their own 30. They'll split Peyton Chapman out to the right, wide receiver to the left as well. Tight end over in the slot on the left side. Casey under center with Miller in behind him. They send Schumacher in motion. They look at and they go downfield. It's going to be nearly intercepted. It was over the head of DJ Vanami. He was looking downfield for Chapman, and that time miscommunication it looked like as Dirks threw it deep, and the wide receiver Chapman was cutting that one across the middle.
Yeah, just taking note of that first pass. I really like our chances now, Jeff, if we can stop the run, because that was not smooth at all. We had plenty of guys back in coverage. Very easy could have been picked. So if they can't run the ball, I like Kemper's chances tonight.
Okay, they hand it off again. This time Miller with some running room up the middle, fights his way forward out to about the 36-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 6 on the play. It's going to bring up third down and 4 to go. Quick shout out to New Way Ford in Coon Rapids, sponsoring Sports on the Go with me, giving me a vehicle to drive to all the different sporting events that I cover. New Way Ford feature vehicle of the game is a 2017 Ford Escape, 47,000 miles. Call 800-861-7268 for more details, or check out the Carroll Broadcasting website for more details. Sports on the Go with me, Jeff Blankman, powered by New Way Ford in Coon Rapids, home of warranty forever, and your home for free oil changes for life. Dirks under center. Schumacher again goes in motion. They run the option. It is broken up, and they get the pitch back to Schumacher, and he's going to pick up the first down before being knocked out of bounds out near the 41-yard line. A pickup of 5. Somebody that time, Mark, got to the quarterback and hit him, and Dirks did a nice job getting that pitch off as he was heading down.
Isaac Evans shot the gap there, made a nice job. Our coaching staff was all over that. They were screaming. They knew exactly where that play was going from the formation. Isaac got there, and they were very lucky on the pitch that did not end up in a fumble, and he just got around the edge and got enough for a first down. But we definitely were all over that play, our coaching staff was.
Inverted wishbone formation out of the shotgun. Elwood splits out to the left. They hand the football off. Nope, running the option again. Schumacher spins away from the tackle in the backfield, but now going to be hit and wrapped up and brought down back at the 38-yard line. Will Simons, the second guy to get to him, but the guy that was able to make the tackle, Schumacher tackled for a 2-yard loss. It's going to bring up a second down now, and at 12 to go.
Yeah, I love the way we're flying to the ball here. It's very hard to get the edges on Kemper. They're very quick, very fast up front. Treynor's going to have to be patient. You know, the 2 times they ran the fullback on second down, they were able to get 6 yards. But, you know, sometimes you get greedy and want more, and they're putting themselves behind the chains.
Meiska splits out to the left. Elwood splits out here to the right for the Cardinal along with Peterson. They'll send a man in motion. They throw a quick screen out here. It is complete. Making the first man miss is Peterson, and he is going to fight his way forward out past the 45 out to about the 47-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 9 on the play in the 17th catch of the season for Todd Peterson, and it's going to bring up third down now, and manageable third down at about 3 or 4, let's call it 4 yards to go. Got to get into Kemper territory at the 49 to pick up a first down. Ball over here on the right hash mark at their own 47.
Yeah, I tell you what, that was a really nice tunnel screen there. That very similar to what you see Iowa run a lot. And great formation. Kemper did a nice job rallying to the ball because that was set up very nice by Treynor. I like that play call. Easy throw for their quarterback.
Meiska splits out here to the right, one wide receiver to the left. Miller lines up behind the quarterback. Dirks, they turn, hand it off to Miller, and he is going to be very close to the first down. Got into Kemper territory. The official on this side of the field says move the chains, but they have not done that quite yet. And now...
Measurement, you think?
Well, I'm wondering, because one coach, the guy over here on this side said first down.
Well, he moved him.
Yeah, they're moving the chains. The chains didn't want to move.
Wow.
The officials were saying move the chains. And so
our guys on the chains are like, let's measure this.
Yeah, and it literally was like that. The chain crew wasn't going to move, and all the officials are there. 2 or 3 of them standing out there going, move.
We're in charge, move.
Yes. So Meiska going to split out to the left. 2 tight ends set out of the wishbone formation. Dirks under center. Kemper with 4 down linemen. They turn, flip it to Schumacher, trying to get the edge. They blocked it better this time. He gets the edge, and he's going to fight his way forward. Going to be brought down on the far side of the field near the 43-yard line. A pickup of 6 on the play. It'll bring up second down. Let's call it 4 yards to go.
Yeah, they're definitely running to, our right side. They're going behind their left, so they must identify that on tape where they think that's where their advantage is right now, because most of their running plays have been that way. I still think that fullback is going to be the key. The 2 or 3 times he's touched it, he's got really nice positive yardage. We've got to take away the fullback in this option offense.
Knights have brought Cole Wiskus in over there on the right side, trying to get her that a little bit more size defensively there. And that time they handed off, and it was a struggle for the handoff. Miller almost ripped it away from Dirk. Surprised he didn't fumble it, but they're going to pick up yardage down to the 39-yard line. And again, this time the chain gang moves it right away with the official. And it was another one that I thought was pretty tight.
When the official says move, you move.
You move. And it's I think part of the problem is the official on the far side of the field that's telling them to move. It's not the official that's right over there in front of them that seems like he's telling them to move. But the Cardinal, a pretty nice drive going on right now. Ball started at their own 30-yard line. They're at the Kemper 39 right now, first down and 10. They turn, hand it off, and that time I think Dirks was hit before he could get the handoff, and there's going to be no gain on the play. It's going to bring up second down and 10, and that's good defense by the Kemper front.
Yeah, great job up front. This is big boy football, Jeff.
Yes, it is.
This is just lining up. They're lining up with an extra offensive lineman or 2, and they're just trying to run it right at us. And in a day of spread offense, and this is old school.
Yes,
I like
is.
to see this.
Yeah, I was going to say this is 1970s Big 8 football here.
Yes, this is hammer. This is mano a mano. See who's tougher.
Meiska splits out to the left. Peterson out here to the right. Schumacher in motion. Again, they throw that quick screen on the tunnel screen, and that time the Knights read it beautifully. And Meiska not going anywhere on the catch. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. And it's going to bring up third down now. Let's call it still 10 yards to go. And now all of a sudden you've put them in a passing situation. And that is something that they do not look like they're really comfortable with.
Yeah, especially the 2 balls he's completed have been short, basically line of scrimmage. The one time he tried to go downfield, he does not look like he has a very strong arm here.
Right.
This is an excellent opportunity to get some pressure on him, get a pick here, because we're going to be sitting back in coverage, Jeff. I like our chances here to get a pick.
We actually marked that one back at the 40, so it's going to be a loss of 1. Casey under center. Or excuse me, Dirks under center. Now looks
there
to throw,
is.
and then is nearly intercepted. Hausman had a beat on it, or excuse me, Nate Overmall had a beat on it and reached that left paw out there and just couldn't quite squeeze it in. It'll drop incomplete, and the Cardinal look like they're going to punt it away here on 4th down and 10 from the Knight 40-yard line.
Yeah, that was a great job in coverage. Like I said, we get them behind the chains. Our defense will make life miserable for them because their passing game is not really efficient, and the quarterback's arm is not where he can go downfield 10, 15 yards.
Schwartz with a long, high punt. It's going to bounce at about the 9. It's going to hold up, and Treynor going to keep winning the field position battle here early as they will pin the Knights back at around their own 5, just outside the 5-yard line. And that is where Kemper will have it. 2:07 left here in the first quarter. Don't forget our Motor Inn player of the game coming up following the game tonight. Motor Inn of Carroll, your premier Toyota, Chevy, and Buick dealership for everything from sales to service to parts and collision. Couple of updates for you here. Audubon leading right now. West Harrison 15-0. South Central Calhoun up 7-0 over Woodward Granger. It is Lawton Bronson up on ICAM Manning 7-0 as well. And those are some of the updates from some of our other games going on. Knights looking to throw. Potamom chased out of the pocket, throws it, and it is going to be intercepted. I think that's Meiska coming up with the pick, and that time they got Potamom scrambling back in the end zone, and the youngster that time I think felt the pressure, coach, and kind of threw that one up in a way over to the sideline, hoping to be able to get that one complete.
Yeah, they jumped the short route, and then what Cooper did is he was scrambling, was trying to throw it out of bounds, and he just didn't get quite enough air on it, and on the backside, their corner came off coverage and was able to get the pick right along the sidelines. He had the right idea, Cooper did. He just didn't get enough air on it to get it out of bounds.
So that's going to be first down in at 10 now. Ball at the 10-yard line. So first down and goal. They'll toss it to Schumacher. He cuts it back inside and going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe lost a half a yard. Let's give him a loss of a yard on the play. And it'll bring up second down and goal now from the 11-yard line. And if Treynor hasn't figured it out, anything that's slow to the outside, that's not going to work. If they're going to try to get to the outside, it's going to be after something quick.
I tell you what, and you and I are sitting up here watching it. Their most successful play is the fullback right up the middle. He gets 5 or 6 yards every time. Every time they try and go outside, we get them for negative yardage. So we'll see if they make the adjustment. But as long as they get behind the chains, I like our chances.
Schumacher and Peterson outside this time. They fake the handoff to Miller, and Dirks keeps it, and he is going to fight his way. Kemper says the ball is loose. The officials come running in. The Knights come out of the pile with the football. Have not seen, now we do see it, and there is the fumble by the quarterback, Dirks, and Kemper comes up with the recovery, so the defense makes the big stop, and the Knights will get the ball back again inside their 6-yard line, down around their own 5.
Great play by Kemper there. They faked the fullback dive. Quarterback kept it, tried to go right behind him. Our linebackers and safeties filled, jarred the ball loose. Kemper jumped on it on the 5-yard line. So great defensive stand.
So each team with a turnover here early. The Knights still pinned back, though, deep at their own 6-yard line. Minute 12 left here in the first quarter of play. Potamom out of the shotgun. Turns, hands it off to Vanami, and Vanami hit and driven backwards. They're going to give him just outside of the 5, so a loss of about a half a yard on the play. It'll bring up second down. Let's call it still 10 yards to go as we go under a minute left here in the first quarter.
Amazing how fast a quarter goes when you run the ball, doesn't it?
I miss these kind of games. I will be honest, man. Nebraska games when I was a kid used to take like over 2 hours.
And they'd win 60-0.
Yes.
It was fun for you.
Yes, it was.
There was a lot of beatdowns you got to enjoy.
Oh, God, and I miss those days. Potamom rolls out, looks downfield, goes deep. He's got a man down there, and it's Trevor Raya with the catch outside of the 25, out of the 29-yard line, where he's knocked out of bounds. A pickup of a 23 on the play.
Great pass there. Potamom rolling out to his right, hit him in stride. That's a nice job, Kemper, getting back in position here, getting off their own goal line. Nice throw.
And Kemper right now, Potamom has really kind of grown into a nice throwing quarterback.
He's throwing the ball really well. I was really impressed. He started throwing against Atlantic, and then he's really improved, and that's changed their offense.
I think he throws better on the run, too.
He does, absolutely.
Yeah. They're going to throw with him again, rolling him out again to the right, looking downfield. And this time it's over the head of his intended receiver, Overmall. That one's going to fall incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10. And not picking on Nate, because everybody does it anymore. Anytime you don't catch anything, you turn, you look to the official like, where's the flag? Where's the flag? You see it in college. You see it in the pros. You see it in the NBA. If somebody misses a shot, they got fouled.
The receivers are always prima donnas, so if they don't catch it, somebody either held him or it was a bad throw, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's why you're a good receiver. You always think that way.
Potamom is going to be out of the shotgun, fakes the handoff to Vanami, looks to throw again, and the ball over the intended receiver's head that time. Kobe Lampman off his fingertips. That was a dangerous one because it almost dropped into a Cardinal hand, but it'll fall incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd down now and 10.
Kemper's ran the same action twice where they're bringing Tay back across the formation. He's not been covered either time. If they're picking that up, they're going to throw this swing back to Tay, and he's going to dance down the sidelines because Treynor has not covered him either time.
Knight's not hurting here. Clock is stopped. 17 seconds left. Still 15 seconds left on the play clock. Knights will split 2 out here to the left. Looks like Vanami and also Base. This time they're going to roll Potamom out that way. He's going to have to go deep, and it is going to be incomplete. Lampman and DJ Vanami were both the guys there. Lampman was the shallow guy early, then he turned and went deep. Vanami was kind of coming back, and Potamom, I think, was just kind of hoping one of the two would come up with it.
Yeah, we had that levels concept there, and when he started scrambling, Lampman went to go deep, and then Vanami, DJ was sitting sort of in the middle there. So the concept was right. It was just very well covered. Treynor did a nice job in coverage there.
ESAC leading Maple Valley Anthenoto 7-0 end of the first quarter. Kobe Lampman on to punt it away for the Knights. 8 seconds left here in the first quarter. Low snap, and now Lampman in some trouble trying to scramble away. He's got to try and get to corner, and he's going to be tripped up and brought down back at around the 23-yard line. So it's going to be a loss of 6 on the play.
Yeah, not quite sure on the snap there. It came and it rolled back. I'm not sure if it slipped on the snap, or if he sometimes, you know, when you get that long snap, you hit your butt. But I don't know. It just rolled back to Kobe, and then at that point he had no chance to just take off and run with it and get as much as he could.
They're going to mark it back at the 22-yard line, so Treynor will have it again in Kemper territory. And do we have a timeout on the field, or did they say that the clock should have run out? Because we've got everybody coming to the sideline, and they are. First quarter comes to an end. There was 8 seconds left on the clock, but first quarter comes to an end. We'll step away, take a break. Back with the second quarter in 1 minute right here on KCIM.
At New Way Ford in Coon Rapids and New Way Auto in Jefferson, we make your vehicle buying experience stress-free. Our sales team will help determine your vehicle needs with options and features that you desire. Our finance team will explain financing terms and options best for each customer. Our service team is always here for you, from our Oil Changes for Life program to our exclusive warranty forever. We work to keep your New Way vehicle going long after the sale. Stop by and let our family help yours get into the next car, truck, or SUV.
Working as a team to achieve success is the only way towards victory. Hi, this is Kelly Danner. Having teammates that have your back isn't just for game day. It's important when it comes to your insurance coverage too. Roselle Mutual and Grinnell Mutual are here to provide you with a winning lineup of quality insurance no matter what your needs are. Give us a call today at 792-4525 for your commercial, farm, home, and auto insurance needs. Roselle Mutual, proudly insuring the area since 1876.
still scoreless. Treynor looks like the better team out on the field because they're controlling the line of scrimmage, I think, on both sides of the ball. But Treynor certainly has been in better shape here in this first quarter. They have dominated the field position, starting their second drive inside of the Kemper 25-yard line. They just haven't been able to put any points on the board.
Yeah, definitely defensive struggle. I tell you what, I do like, I think Kemper's more explosive offensively. Yep. We throw the ball better. It's just going to be if Treynor can be patient enough to run the dive play over and over, and they just haven't done it.
Dirk's in some trouble, able to scramble away from the pressure. Kemper got their guys out there late. They still had guys running on the field, and they were not in position when the ball was snapped. Where they're going to mark Dirk's out, it was over on the far side of the field. Looks like they're going to give him pretty much the line of scrimmage, maybe a loss of about a quarter to a half of a yard. So it's going to bring up, we'll call it second down and a long 10 to go. 11:50 left here in the first half. Roselle Mutual halftimer coming up at the halftime.
Yeah, nice job by Cole Wiskus there. He was in giving Will Healy a break and did a nice job getting rushed there.
Schumacher in motion. They're going to run the option again. And again, Kemper able to stretch that one out. And they tackle Dirks back at the 22-yard line. So that's going to be a gain of only a yard on the play. It'll bring up third down. We'll call it about 9 yards to go right now. And the Kemper defense just absolutely dominating this Treynor club up front. They're not a real big club. Dan Gregory at 250. They've got two guys at 215, and then both their other guys on the outside under 200, and Kemper taking advantage of that.
I love our defensive response so far to the 2 turnovers. We've stuck it to them both times here on very bad turnovers.
3rd and 9. Pressure comes from Waniger up the middle. Ball thrown out to the flat. Diving incompletion. Thought maybe it was caught. Making the dive was Peterson. And for Treynor, are they going to go for a field goal here? It looks like they're going to. Thomas Schwartz is 2 of 5 on field goals this year. As long as is 30 yards. This one's going to be a little farther than that. The ball will be spotted at the 22. So then you'll take it back 7 yards. It's going to be about a 39-yarder. So about 9 yards. They're going to actually spot it at the 28. So it'll be about a 38-yard field goal. 11-10 left here in this first half of play. Hold is down. The snap is up. He's got plenty of leg. It is up. It is no good. It is a wide left. And the game will remain scoreless here, and the Knights will take the football over, and you can credit a lot the defense here with what they've been able to do. With the Knights had a turnover and also a bad snap or a punt issue when the punter was tackled for a loss of 6 yards. So they've given Treynor really good field position, but the Treynor offense not able to do a thing.
Yeah, Kemper defensively is doing what they do. They really make it hard for the other team's offense. And right now, Treynor cannot throw the ball.
Nope.
And so Kemper can load up in the box, and it's going to be a defensive struggle. Kemper just has to eliminate the turnovers here. We're a little more explosive offensively, so I like our chances here if we quit turning the ball over.
Don't forget you can watch and listen to the game tonight by going to YouTube and searching 1380 KCIM. We've got Travis Brinks over there running our video and audio package. You can watch and listen to it tonight, and that is powered by New Way Ford in Coon Rapids. Handoff to Vanami, and he is going to get out near the 24-yard line. A pickup of 4 on the play. 3rd or 4th carry here tonight for Tay Vanami. That's his biggest run. First positive gain tonight for Vanami. It'll bring up 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, Treynor does a nice job of flowing to the ball. They're not very big, but they're very athletic. They run pretty well. It looks like they've got about 7 or 8 guys. They just flow really well to the ball. But I still think in our passing game, there's been some holes there. Cooper with our receivers. We've got some guys that have been open.
GJ Vanami splits out to the left. They'll put Hausman in motion. He goes to the left. Slot on the left side. Toss back to Vanami. Vanami trying to get the edge. He's going to be knocked out of bounds right at the first down marker. They're going to give him the 30-yard line. That should be enough for the first down. And it'll bring up a first down in at 10 for the Knights. Another 6-yard pickup that time for Tay Vanami. And Kemper, after struggling to get the run game going on those first couple of possessions, looks like they've got that run game figured out a little bit right now. South Central Calhoun leading Woodward Granger 7-0 at the end of the first quarter.
Great block on the edge there by Nate Overmole. He sprung him. He had a great block on the defensive end that got him around the corner.
Potabom out of the shotgun. Takes it, runs the option, pitch back to Vanami. Ball is loose on the field, and who's going to come up with it? I think Vanami got back on top of it at the 30-yard line. It's going to bring up a second down now and around 10 yards to go. I don't know if he was ready for that pitch. It looked like it was a decent pitch. It hit him right in the hands up by his face mask, but a catchable ball. Just don't know if he was quite ready for it.
Yeah, our spacing on that option play was not very good. No, it was not good, and I think we were planning on their defensive end crashing down, and Coop pitched that a little bit early there, and I don't think Tay was ready for it. So you got to read the defensive end there a little bit on that option.
And I tell you what, the option is not an easy thing to run. You got to read. You got so many different things you got to read. Knights this time give it off to Hausman, trying to get the left edge, and he is going to cut it back inside. Breaks a tackle and fights out past the 40, out to the 42-yard line. A pickup of 12, and that'll be a first down on the run from Jared Hausman. His 35th carry on the year, had 161 yards coming into tonight, and looked really strong on that rushing attempt.
Great run by Jared there. Actually, another dimension, too, because he had a little more speed there.
Yep.
That, he looked quick out there. That was a nice run by Jared.
Audubon leading West Harrison 29-0 late in the first quarter. Shotgun again for Potabom. Pressure comes now from the backside in Schumacher. He's going to go deep. He's got a man down there, DJ Vanami, but the ball thrown just a little bit over his head and out of bounds. Coverage that time by Thomas Schwartz. It'll fall incomplete. Potabom here tonight. I've got him 2 of 7. He seems to throw better than that, but I've got him right now 2 of 7. It'll bring up second down and 10 to go.
Kemper runs that flood concept where they run 3 different levels, when he's rolling out. And right now, Treynor's done a really nice job covering it. The games I've seen before, Kemper's always had, one of the receivers is always open in the flood concept, but tonight Treynor's been all over those routes.
2 wide receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Now send Hausman in motion, going to run that option again over here to the right. Pitch back to Vanami. He's got a little bit of a seam, drags a couple of guys with him out near the 48-yard line. A pickup of 6 will bring up a third down and 4 to go. Knights were trying to get Vanami up the middle early. That wasn't working. The edges are seeming to work better for them.
Yeah, that time the spacing was better on the option. He did a nice job reading it. Good pitch, and, a positive run. 7 yards there? 6, 7 yards?
6 yards. It'll bring up third down and 4. Scoreless here in the first half. 8.5 left here in the second quarter. Roselle Mutual halftime report coming up. Appreciate Roselle Mutual sponsoring our halftime. They've done that now for several years. Potabom again out of the shotgun, going to put Vanami over to his right. They stack that left side with about 4 receivers and the tight end. Hand it off to Vanami, this time straight up the middle. He's able to power his way behind a really good offensive line push down to the 46-yard line. Another gain of 6 on the play. It'll bring up first down and 10 for the Knights. Give the offensive line a lot of credit on there. That was a heck of a push.
And I love the call by our offensive staff there. I really thought at midfield they were in 2-down territory. Our defense has proven they can't move the ball against us. So, that's a great play call to run them up the middle. Even if you're short, you've got another 4th down play. I love the call by our staff there.
Knights have it first down and 10. Treynor territory now at the 46-yard line. Potabom again out of the shotgun. Got Vanami lined up to his right. Hausman in the slot left side. They send him in motion. Fake it to him. Potabom wants to keep. Gets the edge. Picks up a block from Hausman. And going to be knocked out of bounds shy of the 40. Are they going to give him the 40? They will. A pickup of 6 on the play. First carry tonight for Cooper Potabom. And it'll bring up second down and 4 to go.
Some nights a kid will look like he's playing a different speed or a different gear. Right now, Jared Hausman, it seems like he's playing he's quicker than everybody out there. If they get, he's going to get the edge here. I love how aggressive he is, and he just seems like he's just a quick step quicker than everybody out there tonight, Jeff.
Ryle will split out to the left. Vanami in the slot right side. They'll send him in motion. 2 wide receivers to the right. Potabom fakes it to Vanami, turns, throws. It is complete to Overmall. And Overmall going to be knocked out of bounds down around the 31-yard line. A pickup of 9 on the play. And the Knights are really moving the football right now. 9th play of the drive coming up. This drive began at their own 20-yard line. And they're all the way down now to the 32-yard line of the Cardinals.
That was a great Wago call there by Coach Klink. Overmall ran a great route, was wide open. I love that. That was an easy pickup there.
Clock stops with 7:28 left here in the first half. Lampman, Ryle split out to the left. Bay splits out here to the right. Potabom out of the shotgun. Got Hausman lined up next to him. Fakes it. Potabom wants to keep everything. Was taken away to the left. Cuts it back to the right. He's got a seam. 20, 10. He's going to be knocked out of bounds down inside the 10, down at the 7-yard line. A pickup of 24 by Potabom, and what a great run by Coop. He was dead to rights in the backfield. He had two guys staring in his face a yard away from him.
Yep.
He turns and outruns everybody back to the right side.
That was 100% Cooper. That was a great run by him. He was dead to rights in the backfield.
Yes.
He cut back, got the edge, and got down the sideline. That was a great run by him. 100% individual effort by Cooper.
First down and goal for the Knights at the 7-yard line. Potabom out of the pistol formation, got Hausman behind him, turns, hands it off. Hausman, he finds a seam, and he is going to get not into the end zone, but he's going to get down to the 1. A pickup of 6 on the play. And it'll bring up second down and goal now from the 1-yard line. New Fonda leading Glidden Ralston 20-0 at the end of the first quarter. And another one of our local updates. Don't forget, we've got the New Way Ford Scoreboard Show tonight, 10 to midnight here on KCIM. And on Kick, we've got Jim Molitor along with Nathan Cones back in the booth tonight. Knights will hand it off again to Hausman, run the same play, and this time it's going to fall into the end zone for a 1-yard touchdown run. Touchdown for Jared Hausman, his second rushing touchdown of the season. And the Knights are on the board with 6:48 left in this first half of play.
Love the run there. I told you Jared Hausman looks like he stepped quicker tonight. He just ran right over the defenders there. That was nice running by him. Very explosive. He's going to be a main factor in the game tonight, Jeff.
Yeah, absolutely. With the way he is running and looking here tonight, this should be fun. On the attempt, the extra point is Fitzsimmons. Tommy, 18 of 20 on the season. Waiting the snap right now. There's the snap. The hold is down. The kick is up. It is good. And the Knights lead it by a score of 7-0. 6:48 left in this first half. We're back in 1 minute here on KCIM.
Hi, this is Don Neri with Avail Bank. We're proud of our local students.
People want and deserve more comfort, efficiency, and reliability, both in their homes and places of work. Dries Company will be there to meet these challenges, whether we are designing a new system or servicing your existing equipment. We are a rapidly growing company that strives to meet and exceed all your expectations. No matter if you are looking to buy new appliances or need the help from one of our certified technicians, we are here for you. We pride ourselves in our installation and service. Dries Company, servicing the Carroll area since 1933.
Great drive for the Kemper Knights as they go 80 yards. And tell you what, Mark, that was an impressive drive. They do that a couple of times here tonight, and they're going to give Treynor fits as the Cardinals struggling right now to move the football. Kickoff is going to be returned by Peterson. Finds a seam out on the right side. He's got some running room, makes a guy miss. He's got the seam, and he's going to take it all the way for a touchdown. I don't see any flags on the field, and that they kicked it short the first time. Should have maybe kicked it short here the second time, Mark. And all of a sudden, Treynor comes right back with about an 83-yard kickoff return for a touchdown.
Yeah, he got the seam there. They had a couple nice blocks, and he just took it right down the seam and was gone. It's disappointing you get that touchdown and give that up right away. So, you know, that's the one way that I just can't see Treynor driving the ball on us where defense is playing. Just don't give up those big plays.
Yeah, and that one there certainly going to hurt. They'll come in and attempt the extra point now with Schwartz. The snap is down. The kick is up. It is good. Yep. And we are tied at 7-7, 6:32 left. We'll be back with more football action in 1 minute here on KCM and on our KCIM YouTube channel.
As the parent of a student athlete, it can be hard to find time for
shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business, from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
This is Iowa, and Avela Bank has called Iowa home since 1870. With 17 locations across the state, we're proud to be part of your community. Right now, you can open an Avela Bank Simply Free checking account for you or your business and get a new debit card immediately. We'll even buy your old bank's unused checks. Stop by or visit us online to see how we're making better banking available for you. Avela Bank.
Coming to you live from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages in Carroll. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Schwartz will kick it off for Treynor. Low line drive kick. That one should bound and does bound into the end zone. And for a second straight drive, the Kemper Knights will start at their own 20-yard line. 6:32 left here in the first half. And the stunned at Kemper crowd, there was so much excitement on senior night after that nice 80-yard drive that was an 11-play drive. Jared Hausman scores from 1 yard out. We didn't even get a chance to really recap that drive when we came out of the break because Peterson takes the ensuing kickoff all the way back for a touchdown. About 83, 84 yards is what I estimated that one to be, and all of a sudden we're tied 7-7.
Yeah, you always talk about complementary football, and that's one thing. Special teams so far, Kemper's, had the botch on the punt, and then they give up the long touchdown run there.
Cooper Potabom will come out. Shotgun sends Hausman in motion from right to left. They toss it back to Vanami. Had to sidestep a guy in the backfield. Now looks to get the edge. Picks up a couple of blocks out there. And what looked like a loss of a yard or two on the play is going to be a gain out to the 27-yard line. A pick up 7 on the play for Vanami. It'll bring up 2nd down and 3 to go.
Yeah, nice strong run there by Tay. Treynor right now, I don't know if he's getting a little tired, but they're not wrapping up. They've had him in the backfield a couple times, and, we've been able to break tackles. So that's a good sign when the defense is not able to make plays when they're there. It means they're getting tired. So hopefully physically we can wear them out here.
IK Manning ties up Lawton Bronson 7-7 early in the second quarter. Here we're midway through the second. Potabom again out of the shotgun. Sends Hausman in motion. They're running the option. This time has to stop, spins, breaks a couple of more tackles in the backfield, but finally sees enough guys that he can't break any more tackles. I think he broke 5 or 6 tackles before 4 going down. I'm not really exaggerating on that.
You're 100% right, Jeff. He did a nice job of dancing away again. And once again, Treynor's arm tackling and reach, and they just had enough pursuit there that they finally overwhelmed him. But you're going to give up some big plays if you don't, when you're in position, you got to make those plays defensively.
3rd down now and 3 for the Knights. Ball just inside their own 27-yard line over on the left hash mark. 7-7 our score. Clock continues to tick here second quarter. 5:45 remaining. Ryle splits out to the right along with Base. 2 wide receivers to the left. Potabom out of the shotgun. Rolls out to his right. That's DJ Vanamian going deep, and the ball is just underthrown. Looking for Kobe Lampman. Coverage out there that time by Peyton Chapman, and the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down in a punting situation for the Knights.
Yeah, Kemper had Overmall here in the flat. They just thought the coverage, he did a nice job of recovery on the backside there for Treynor. He thought maybe he had an opportunity to get the big play. Just wasn't there. He did have the short route. That little waggle route in the flat's been open all night. So Kemper, if they stay patient, they'll be able to take advantage of that.
Kobe Lampman again in to punt it away. Back deep is Peyton Chapman. Motor Inn player of the game coming up following the game. Motor Inn of Cary, your premier Toyota, Chevy, and Buick dealership for everything from sales to service to parts in collision. Low line drive, returnable, but not going to be returnable. Great coverage that time. Haven't caught the number. Number
Jake
14, Jake Earlbeck making the tackle, and that's one of those low line drivers. You make that first guy miss, you got 15 yards before you see another defender, but Earlbeck right there to make the tackle.
The 2 things, Jeff, I still cannot get used to in high school football. I still think you need 2 guys back returning punts because you split the field, then you got an extra guy to block for you. And the other thing is when you get in the goal line, you don't go under center.
Yep.
Those are the 2. I know the coaches are a lot smarter than me, but those are the 2 things I don't understand because it seems like you have so many mistakes on punt returns and near the goal line on offense.
And I know they'll tell you can be physical out of the shotgun. It's just harder to be physical out of the shotgun. Yeah. Treynor goes under center. They hand the football off. Miller with some running room. almost drug a guy with him before being tackled down at around the 49-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 8 on the play. That'll be his best run. 5 carries, 24 yards for him on the night. Came in with 58 carries for 200 yards and 2 touchdowns. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 2 to go. And this is a big drive right now for Kemper. They get the ball to start that second half. If they can stop them here and get some momentum, maybe get some points going in, they get that score going into half, the score coming on a half, that could be huge.
Yes, absolutely. This is a huge opportunity for Kemper to get off the field.
They hand it off, and this time it is the quarterback, Dirks. He faked it to Miller, and Dirks keeps it, and he's going to take it all the way down to the Kemper 26-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of about 25 on the play, and he had me fooled on that one that time. I swore he gave it to Miller up the middle.
So that goes back to the point before we were talking about, Jeff, when you have to concentrate on the fullback, and he's had a couple nice runs. When the quarterback takes it and takes off with it, there's some running room there, and so we've got to make sure we keep taking that dive away. That first dive, he got, 8 yards this first time? And so Kemper had too many cats committed to that.
4:25 left. Schumacher goes in motion. Handoff again to Miller, and Miller again with more running room. Breaking tackles, fighting his way all the way into the end zone.
Wow.
A 26-yard touchdown run, and he just ran guys over. Probably about 4 or 5 different guys had a shot on him, and he just ran through those tackles. So Kemper was winning that battle up front earlier. Miller that time with his most physical run of the night.
That was the best run I've seen in a long time by a high school kid. He was met at the line of scrimmage. He kept his feet going. It looked like old school Earl Campbell is what it looked like.
Yes, it did.
Didn't it?
Yeah, except for he didn't get his jersey tore off. That's about the only thing that was missing.
We've got new technology in jerseys now.
Yeah, I missed those days.
I do
Schwartz
too.
makes the extra point, and Treynor has scored 14 straight. They lead Kemper now 14-7 with 4:16 left in the first half. We'll step away. Back with more Kemper football in 1 minute here on KCIM.
At Farm Bureau.
Midwest Wholesale is your local building products headquarters. We have everything you need for your smaller home improvements to the building of your home or commercial building. We pride ourselves on giving you top-notch service, quality products with competitive prices. So whether you're a do-it-yourselfer, a contractor, or you just need a little help on a project, Midwest Wholesale is a one-stop resource for all your building needs. Midwest Wholesale, how you want it, when you want it, where you want it, we deliver.
Being a part of a team is not only fun, it can give our students a sense of identity and help them develop long-term relationships. This is Dr. Nate Luth, Next Generation Chiropractic. Student athletes, make sure you are taking care of your body before, during, and after the game. Proper warm-ups and cool-down are vital to staying on the field or court, and having regular chiropractic appointments can help reduce the risk of injury. Stay in the game by taking care of your body. Good luck to all area student athletes this season. Let's stay healthy and have fun.
Schwartz going to kick another one into the end zone. He had 27 kickoffs, 8 touchbacks coming into tonight. I think he's kicked it 3 times tonight with 3 touchbacks. And those are forgotten about yards sometimes, Mark. I think people forget when you're starting at your 20 instead of maybe out at the the 25, 30, 35-yard line. That's huge.
Yeah, Schwartz, I looked on the thing. He hasn't missed an extra point all year. He's 21 for 200, actually 22 for 22 now. He's only, 2 for 6 on field goals. But the one he kicked tonight, I mean, that from 38 hit at plenty of distance.
Yes.
And his kickoffs have been phenomenal. He has a big leg.
Well, we talked about Kemper maybe getting a stop there and getting some points going into half. They need some points now, down 14-7. Potabom out of the shotgun, tries to go on the option, and he is hit and wrapped up. And all of a sudden, Treynor playing with a little bit more energy and a little bit more physicality out there. That's going to be a 2-yard gain. They wrap up at Potabom. 4 carries, 32 yards unofficially for Coop tonight. It'll bring up 2nd down. Let's call it 8 yards to go.
Yeah, really surprised on that last drive by Treynor. I'm not sure what happened there. They just, it's the first time they really had any big success running, and they, big play, touchdown.
Ryle splits out to the left, DJ Vanami, and Overmall split out here to the right. Houseman in the slot. They try to get him on the jet sweep, trying to get the edge. Treynor stretched that out. Houseman makes the first guy miss and then gets stuck in the middle of a spin. He gets up quickly, but he is going to come off the field. Tackle out at the 26. A pickup of 4 on the play. It'll bring up another 3rd down for Kemper, and this time 3rd down and about 4 yards to go. And this might be right now, and it's still early. There's still a whole second half to play, Mark, but this could be one of the biggest third downs so far in the game.
Absolutely. I'd come back to that Wago route here to Overmole. He's been open every time they've ran it, and they're in the formation here. Let's see if they run it here to the short side, because that route's been there all day.
3 wide receivers out here to the right, 1 to the left. That is Rao. They'll send Vanami in motion. They fake it to him, and they do. They flip it out to him. It is a caught. He stumbles, and the defense able to get to him, but he's going to get out to the 35-yard line, or actually the 36. That'll be a pickup of 10 on the play, and you saw it early.
Yeah.
And the night coaching staff also saw it, and they pick up the first down on a critical play.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They came back to that where they weren't covering Trey when he went in the jet sweep action. Actually, if he would have been hitting stride there, he might have been gone. I love that play call.
This time, Potabom going to roll out once to look downfield. Now looks back to the back side of the field. Pressure comes. He scrambles away from it, throws on the run back across the middle. Kind of a dangerous place to throw it, but nobody anywhere near it as he is hit back at the 25-yard line. It'll fall incomplete. It's going to bring up a second down. Let's call it 10 yards to go.
Yeah, that's one of those ones where he did a great athletic move to get out there, but I'm sure the coaching staff is going to remind, do not throw the ball late over the middle. Yeah, nothing good happens there.
South Central Calhoun leading Woodward Granger 14-7. Audubon right now 43-0 over West Harrison.
Boy.
And they're maybe their best player, or definitely their best player up front, but maybe their best player overall hurt and out for the rest of the season.
Really?
And Joey Schramm.
What happened to Joey?
He got injured a couple of weeks ago.
Wow.
Potabom out of the shotgun, rolls out, throws a short one, and that is incomplete. Maybe needed to put a little bit more on that one. He kind of lofted that one out here to Overmall, and that gave the defensive back Meiska time to get over there, close the gap.
Yeah.
He hit him hard enough to kind of knock that one free.
Great timing by their defensive back. He hit him just as Nate was getting to the ball, so it just popped out. But yeah, Kemper has guys open in this passing game. We'll just see if we make a couple connections here. I'd really like to get a score here with 2:21 left before half, Jeff.
Coon Rapids Bayard trailing Caminita 54-14 end of the first quarter.
Wow.
Yeah, just got that tweet there from Bryn Bass, so thanks to her for that update. 2 wide receivers out to the left, 1 out here to the right. Big third down again for the Knights. 3rd down and 10 from their own 36-yard line. Potabom out of the shotgun. And are we going to get a timeout? We are. Timeout called by Kemper. And I think they got a little bit of a break. They had some movement over on that left side. A couple of their wide receivers moved, and it was a alignment thing. And I think that Kemper coaches noticed that right away. Timeout on the field. We'll step away back in 30 seconds here on KCIM. Knights trail it right now 14-7.
Handle extreme hail conditions? Ours can. Check it out. As you can see, our Brinks roof has stood up to the test with 0 damage. As for our competitors, well, theirs did not. Is your roof worn out or needs repair? Know that not all roofers and shingles are created equal. If you need honest feedback whether your roof needs to be repaired or replaced, get a second opinion. And call the Roof Pros at Brinks Exteriors, 920-ROOF PRO.
33.
Coming to you live from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. Quick shout out to New Way Ford in Coon Rapids, sponsoring Sports on the Go with me and give me a vehicle to drive to all the different sporting events that I've been covering over the last year. The New Way Ford feature vehicle, a 2017 Ford Escape, 47,000 miles, 6-speed, front-wheel drive. Call 800-861-7268 for more details. Sports on the Go with me, Jeff Blankwood, powered by New Way Ford in Coon Rapids, home of warranty forever, and your home for free oil changes for life. Potabom out of the shotgun. 2 wide receivers on each side. They send a man in motion. And now rolling out is Potabom. Pressure comes. He throws it up, and it is going to be intercepted. Peterson jumping the route that time, kind of drifting back. They were in a zone, and he read the quarterback's eyes and drifts back. And that'll be the second interception here tonight for the Treynor defense, and they're going to be set up at the Kemper 42-yard line. Still 2:13 left, and they've got all 3 of their timeouts left.
Yeah, we've really got to play good defense here now. That levels concept we're running, they're letting our short guy open. If we try and go deeper, they're covering that.
Yep.
So we're just going to have to be patient to go down the field with the short route there, Jeff.
So the Knights will come out defensively now. Need to get a stop here. Dirks under center. He's got Miller lined up behind him. Schumacher goes in motion. And again, Dirks pulls it out of the belly of Miller, and he's got some running room. He showed some good speed when he gets open to the open field. He's going to get down to the 21-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 21 on the play, and it'll be a first down for the Treynor Cardinal. He came in 38 carries for, 50 carries for 250 yards and 5 touchdowns in the game. I thought he was that quick the first couple of times he carried the ball, but he has been quick the last 3 times he's touched it.
Yeah, he's done they've made a nice adjustment there as now as we're isolating or concentrating on the fullback, pulling it out and taking it.
This time they hand it off to Miller, and he is going to spin and back his way inside the 20 down near the 17-yard line. A pickup of 4 on the play, and they don't really need to be in a hurry here, Mark. A minute and a half left, which some people would say, oh, that's not a lot of time. But when you got all 3 timeouts left, you want to eat the clock and score late.
Absolutely. You got all 3 timeouts. You've got a kicker with a strong leg.
Yep.
They're going to be very, very deliberate here, which I would be too.
South Central Calhoun gets a touchdown from Blake McAllister, up 21-7 on Woodward Granger. Esac leading MVAO COU 13-6 at the halftime. Dirks again under center, Schumacher in motion, and this time they had it, Dirks, and they get him, and now he's a late pitch to Schumacher. He was going down. That's a heck of a play by the quarterback, Dirks. And Schumacher going to be knocked out of bounds. Where they're going to mark him down at. Looks like they're going to mark him down. Looks like it around the 13-yard line, a pickup of about 4 on the play. I thought Dirks had nowhere to go, folks. He was surrounded, was being hit and drugged down, and at the last second, Schumacher was not more than 2 feet away from him. Somehow got the pitch off to him.
Yeah, I'll say it, ill-advised and actually lucky.
Yes.
Because there's no way he should have pitched that.
No.
He's lucky Kemper didn't pick that up and go 80 yards for a touchdown, because that was not a smart play. They were lucky there.
Clock stops with exactly a minute left. 3rd down and 2 for the Cardinal. They'll send again a man in motion. They hand it off, and Miller fights his way forward, gets down to the 10, and that is going to be enough for the first down. It needed just about 1.5 yards and got about 3. And it'll be enough to move the chains for the Cardinal. They'll wind the clock, 50 seconds left. Cardinal still with all of their timeouts remaining here in the first half. 1st down and 10. And they're going to not say that they're going to say they're just inside the 10 enough that they can't get a first down. They've got all 3 of their timeouts left up here, 14-7. They turn, hand it off again to Miller. Nope, Dirks keeps it himself, and it squirts his way down to the 4-yard line. We'll see if they call one of those timeouts here. As the clock continues to tick, they're down to 25 seconds left. Surprised in a way, Mark. They're in no hurry here.
Yeah,
they're wasting a lot of time.
Especially with 3 timeouts.
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't.
You're going to be down to about 10 seconds left after this play, if that. Dirks hands it off to Miller, gets down to the 3-yard line, and there they burn a timeout, but only 9 seconds left. So there's going to be enough time probably for 2 more plays.
Yeah.
And they'll be able to stop the clock with both of those. But it's going to bring up 3rd down and goal now from about the 2-yard line. And let's go ahead and keep it here. What a interesting first half we would have. And Mark and I will talk about this more at the Roselle Mutual halftime report. But, man, it looked like Kemper in that first quarter was the dominant team. I would say that is flipped here in the second half. And that kickoff return.
Switch momentum
100% in this game.
100%. And I tell you what, the Miller kid at fullback is a load.
Yes.
I mean, he's listed. I just looked here. He's 5'8", 195, and he is built like a brick.
Yes.
And he is quite the load. And I said early in the game, Kemper was going to have to take away the fullback. And what happened was he was getting some nice runs, and then after they started isolating, put another guy on him to take that away, the quarterback, Dirk, started taking the ball, and that's what's opened up that running game for him, is we've had to put an extra hat on the fullback to take that away, and now Dirks has made the adjustment, and he's had some really nice runs keeping it.
If you're Treynor, I know you want to score a touchdown here, but the ball's way over on the right hash mark. Do you run something to the left so if you don't get it, you set up your kicker a little bit more in the middle to get the kick?
I definitely would, and their passing game is so iffy. I'd run the ball here, but you definitely got to go that way.
They do go left side, and Miller going to take it in for the 3-yard touchdown.
Yeah, they ran exactly what they had to. Like you said, you want to put the ball where your kicker has a chance, and they just went with Miller, and he is a load.
Cardinal extended to 20-7, pending the extra point with 5 seconds left here in this first half of play. And what a turn of events. Kemper goes 80 yards in 11 plays, dominating the game. They score Peterson takes the kickoff back, and since then, Treynor has now scored at 21 straight, and they've done that in the last 6 minutes and 48 seconds. The kick was good. We do have a flag that came out after the play here. Let's see what that penalty is, as the officials are going to discuss it, and then we'll get what the flag is.
Running into the kicker on the defense, 5-yard penalty being forced on the try.
So they're going to do it on the kickoff again. 21-7 right now. Treynor with the lead. We're back in 1 minute right here on KCIM.
Your hometown Napa store not only offers you a large inventory of parts for autos, trucks, RVs, farm...
Hospital, the regional leader in healthcare, dedicated to improving the health of the people they serve. At St. Anthony Regional Cancer Center, you'll find the convenience of cancer and oncology consultation and treatment in one convenient location. At St. Anthony Clinic, you'll find a team of doctors and nurses that care about you and your family's health. St. Anthony Clinic is devoted to comprehensive health care for people of all ages. For every stage of life, always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
Can your roof handle extreme hail conditions? Ours can. Check it out. As you can see, our Brinks roof has stood up to the test with 0 damage. As for our competitors, well, theirs did not. Is your roof worn out or needs repair? Know that not all roofers and shingles are created equal. If you need honest feedback whether your roof needs to be repaired or replaced, get a second opinion. And call the Roof Pros at Brinks Exteriors, 920-ROOF-PRO.
Schwartz not giving Kemper any chance for a return here. Third straight kickoff for that young man into the end zone. And again, you hate to keep saying the same thing, but what a surprising turn of events. This game went from Mark and I kind of laughing and joking because Kemper seemed to be in control and you felt really good in the game. It does not feel good with 5 seconds left here going into the halftime. It has been all Treynor the last 7 minutes.
When you think, Jeff, I mean, Treynor we stopped him twice on turnovers inside, what, our 20?
Yeah,
one
inside
was
the 25. Yeah, one was at the 10 and the other at the 22.
And stopped them both times. I mean, this could really be, I mean, these score both times there, it's 35-7. So our defense stood up and did a nice job. I mean,
Potabom just takes the snap and it kneels down on it, and that is going to do it for the first half here. So we will go to the halftime. Our Roselle Mutual halftime report coming up. A shocker right now on the scoreboard, not because Treynor's ahead, but because of the way this last 7 minutes has played out.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll step away, take a break. We've got the Roselle Mutual halftime report. That is coming up for you next right here on KCIM. We'll be back, it looks like, in about 2.5 minutes.
From Bump Set Spike.
Service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business, from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
Midwest Wholesale is your local building products headquarters. We have everything you need for your smaller home improvements to the building of your home or commercial building. We pride ourselves on giving you top-notch service, quality products with competitive prices. So whether you're a do-it-yourselfer, a contractor, or you just need a little help on a project, Midwest Wholesale is a one-stop resource for all your building needs. Midwest Wholesale, how you want it, when you want it, where you want it, we deliver.
Being a part of a team is not only fun, it can give our students a sense of identity and help them develop long-term relationships. This is Dr. Nate Luth, Next Generation Chiropractic. Student athletes, make sure you are taking care of your body before, during, and after the game. Proper warm-ups and cool-down are vital to staying on the field or court, and having regular chiropractic appointments can help reduce the risk of injury. Stay in the game by taking care of your body. Good luck to all area student athletes this season. Let's stay healthy and have fun.
This is Iowa, and Avela Bank has called Iowa home since 1870. With 17 locations across the state, we're proud to be part of your community. Right now, you can open an Avela Bank Simply Free checking account for you or your business and get a new debit card immediately. We'll even buy your old bank's unused checks. Stop by or visit us online to see how we're making better banking available for you. Avela Bank, member FDIC.
Can your roof handle extreme hail conditions? Ours can. Check it out. As you can see, our Brinks roof has stood up to the test with 0 damage. As for our competitors, well, theirs did not. Is your roof worn out or needs repair? Know that not all roofers and shingles are created equal. If you need honest feedback whether your roof needs to be repaired or replaced, get a second opinion. And call the Roof Pros at Brinks Exteriors, 920-ROOF-PRO.
Roselle Mutual Insurance, a proud sponsor of tonight's halftime show. Roselle Mutual believes in the value of youth activities to help develop adults that will be our future community leaders. They are your hometown teammates for commercial, farm, home, and auto insurance needs. Give them a call at 712-792-4525. Kemper down here 21-7 to Treynor at the halftime. Big game here in the district. The winner pretty much secures themselves at least a second place finish. Yeah. Of course, if Kemper wins, they got a chance to take on Underwood next week with what should be, you anticipate, the district championship game. Unlikely that Underwood would fall tonight with the way they've been kind of rolling over everybody. I'd have to look, and I've got that information, but I don't know it off the top of my head. But Kemper had a lot to play for. It came out with the emotion. This game, Treynor just came out and didn't look like they were very quick. The Kemper defense flat dominating. Kemper takes that 80-yard drive down the field. They were winning the line of scrimmage. I would say the last 7 minutes, Treynor won the line of scrimmage, where Kemper had dominated it for the first 18, 19 minutes of this game.
Really, really strange turn of events after the kickoff return, Jeff. It's, you know, we absolutely dominated. Like I said, we had 2 turnovers, you know, inside our 20. And didn't give up any points because they couldn't even move the ball. And then we take the lead, had a beautiful drive, great play calling. Jared Hausman was physical running, had a couple nice passes to Overmole. Get that lead, and I'm thinking, okay, we're in good position here the way our defense is playing, and boom, kickoff gone. And ever since then, once they got the ball back, we just haven't been able to stop the running game.
Yeah, and it started with getting Miller established, but we noticed early when they ran Miller up the middle, they were having some success. They didn't have success doing anything else, even passing the football. They went back to Miller, and then when they started kind of staying with Miller a little bit, that seemed to open up everything else.
Yep. So, you know, Miller was getting 6-7 yards, and he did the first 2 series. You know, they were trying throwing a little bit. They get behind the sticks. But we could see Miller was getting 6-7 yards most of the time, and then what they figured out was Kemper was putting an additional hat there to take him away. And then the quarterback did a nice job of tucking it and going and pulled it out, and that's been wide open, and he's made some really nice runs. The Dirks kid, he's quick.
He is, absolutely. And right now, if you're Treynor, I noticed this, I thought, on the first couple of drives, there was no hurry to try and get out there and run quick, and they were eating the play clock down. I come out up 21-7 at halftime.
Yeah.
I don't want to lose the rhythm that I'm at and try not to lose, or, you know, is the saying. But I'm in no hurry here in the second half.
They're going to be very deliberate. And, you know, if I'm Kemper right now, I've seen Treynor throw the ball. You got to bring your safeties down here. You got to take away the fullback, and then you've got to make sure that we have another guy assigned to the quarterback keeping it there, because Treynor's not going to throw the ball downfield on you. He doesn't have that type of arm, and when he does, it's almost like a duck. So, I mean, he can throw the little waggles and the little, you know, balls out in the flat, but anytime he tried to push the ball downfield, it looked like it was wanted to be turned, you know, a pick. So I would commit our safeties down. The nice thing is we get the ball to start the second half here. If we stick this in, we're right back in the game, because I still like the fact if we make that adjustment defensively, they cannot throw the ball to beat us.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I think, Kemper, you kind of mentioned it. Their best drive tonight was predicated with their run game.
Yep.
When they've gotten themselves in trouble, Potamon throws a nice ball, but 4 of 12, 2 picks tonight for 49 yards. They've got to reestablish the run game, I think, themselves, and then throw off of the run game. So there was a couple of drives, and I'm not a play caller, so I'm not saying I know more than the coaches. This is just an observation. They came out and threw it 3 straight times, and then had to punt the football, or they ended a turnover. I think they need to keep the running game a part of what they do.
Be patient here. The Vanami Tay is very physical. He can get you yards. I thought Jared Hausman gave him a nice spark. He's physical. And Overmole has been open on the shorter routes. When Kemper's got in trouble tonight is when they've tried to push the ball downfield. because Treynor's best athletes are their corners and their safeties, the Schumacher kid, and those guys are very good in coverage. Those long routes are not open tonight, so we got to be patient and drive the ball like we did the 80-yard touchdown drive. If we get greedy, we get behind the chains, we get in trouble.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, you're going to throw those shorter patterns.
Absolutely.
Take kind of what they're given. It's hard to do that because you've said it many a times, and a lot of guys have. It's hard for a high school team to consistently drive 12, 13 plays, 80 yards. That's why teams try to take away those deep balls and force you. You know, Northwestern used to be that team years ago that would kill you because they were that team that could go 80 yards in 17 plays because under Fitzgerald, they just don't make many mistakes. But
100%.
High school teams have a hard time not making mistakes.
100%. You and I have talked about this. That's been, you look at Iowa right now, was it 24, 25 games in a row where the other team hasn't scored 24 points? The reason is you got to go 80 yards to beat them every time. And if they can't do it in college, it's really hard to do in high school.
Yes, absolutely. 21-7 our score here. Treynor with the lead at the halftime. Back with more of our Roselle Mutual halftime report coming up. We're back in 2.5 minutes right here on 1380 AM, 95.1 FM, KCIM.
Roselle Mutual is a proud sponsor.
Working as a team to achieve success is the only way towards victory. Hi, this is Kelly Danner. Having teammates that have your back isn't just for game day. It's important when it comes to your insurance coverage too. Roselle Mutual and Grinnell Mutual are here to provide you with a winning lineup of quality insurance no matter what your needs are. Give us a call today at 792-4525 for your commercial, farm, home, and auto insurance needs. Roselle Mutual, proudly insuring the area since 1876.
At Carroll County Solid Waste, we deliver environmental services together. Why together? Because together we're stronger and more effective. We're proud to partner with you to recycle plastics. Recyclable plastic will have the number 1 or 2 inside the recycle symbol. It's generally a food, beverage, soap, or cleaner container. Make sure they're empty, give them a quick rinse if possible, and put the cap back on. These plastics are not recyclable. They belong in the trash. Visit our website at carrollcountylandfill.com for details of how you can be part of the recycling team, because together, everyone achieves more.
Family owned and operated since 1948, Quant Auto Salvage is the area's best full-service scrap facility. Whether you are looking to sell scrap iron, vehicles, or batteries, or you need to locate that difficult-to-find part for your vehicle, they have what you need. And if it isn't in stock, they can locate it with their nationwide parts database, or you can pull it yourself at their You Pull It. Quant Auto Salvage. They sell the best and recycle the rest on Kitty Hawk Avenue in Carroll.
Southeasterly winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. High of 80 tomorrow. Slight chance for scattered showers. Tomorrow night, lows level off around 58. Low 70s Sunday, mid 60s Monday with a chance for scattered showers. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Paul Frobley. See the full forecast and the Brinks Exteriors radar at 1380kcim.com. Right now, 66.
Roselle Mutual Insurance, a proud sponsor of tonight's halftime show. Roselle Mutual believes in the value of youth activities to help develop adults that will be our future community leaders. They are your hometown teammates for commercial, farm, home, and auto insurance needs. Give them a call at 712-792-4525. Quick shout out to New Way Ford in Coon Rapids, sponsoring Sports on the Go with me and giving me a vehicle to drive to all the different sporting events that I've been covering over the last year. The New Way Ford feature vehicle of the game, a 2017 Ford Escape, 47,000 miles. It is white in color. It's a 6-speed, and it's a front-wheel drive. You can call 800-861-7268 for more details, or check out the Carroll Broadcasting website at 1380kcim.com for a picture with more details as well. Sports on the Go with me, Jeff Blankman, powered by New Way Ford in Coon Rapids, home of warranty forever, and your home for free oil changes for life. 21-7 at Treynor with the lead here at the halftime. Let's take a look at how this first half played out. Treynor got the ball first started at their own 40-yard line. 3 plays later had to punt. Kemper was pinned back at their own 15 16-yard line 3 plays later, and they had to punt. Treynor then had a pretty nice drive going. They started at their own 30-yard line. 10 plays later, though, they were forced to punt it away from about the Kemper 39-yard line. The Knights were pinned back at their own 5-yard line, and on the first play, it was Meiska coming up with an interception, but Kemper's defense stood tall. Treynor started at the Kemper 10-yard line. 2 plays later, the Cardinal would fumble and the Knights would fall on it, and Kemper would start at their own 6-yard line with 1:12 left in the first quarter. 5-play drive. There was a bad snap for Kemper, or a bad punt situation, and the punter Kobe Lampman tackled for about a 6-yard loss. Treynor got the ball at the Kemper 22-yard line. 3 plays later, missed a 38-yard field goal wide left. Knights started at their own 20-yard line. 7 or 11 plays later, it was Ausman taking it in from 1 yard out. That put Kemper up 7-0 with 6:48 left in the first half of play. Peterson then, Todd Peterson from Treynor, took the ensuing kickoff about 84 yards for a touchdown, and that tied this game up at 7-7 with 6:32 left in the half. Kemper got the ball at their own 20-yard line. 3 plays later, punted it away, and Treynor, who took over at their own 40, marched right down the field 3 plays, and Miller scored from 26 yards out to put him up 14-7 with 4:16 left in the half. Peterson then made another big play defensively. Kemper started the drive at their own 20 on the 6th play. Peterson went up and intercepted it, and Treynor took over at the Kemper 42-yard line. Miller then scored 5 plays later from 3 yards out. That put him up 21-7 with 5 seconds left in the first half. So that's how the first half scoring went. For statistically here in the first half, Taven Ami, 9 carries, 29 yards. Jared Hausman, 4 carries for 23 yards and a touchdown. Cooper Potabom, 5 carries, 29 yards. And Kobe Lampman, 1 carry for a -6 yards. So Kemper at 49 yards rushing here in the first half. Passing-wise, Potabom 4 of 12 for 49 yards. He's got 2 interceptions. The completions here tonight, it is Nate Overmall, 2 catches, 16 yards. Taven Ami, 1 for 10, and Trevor Ryle with a 1 for 23. So the Knights have thrown it for 49 yards. They've rushed it for 81 yards for a total offense of 130 yards. And again, these are unofficial numbers. For Treynor, Miller, 10 carries, 62 yards, and they had 2 touchdowns. You've got Schumacher, 7 carries, 17 yards. Dirks, 7 carries, 55 yards on a fumble. So they have rushed for 130 yards. They've thrown it for just 8 yards. 2 of 4 for 8 yards. The 2 completions was Peterson, a 9-yard catch, and Meiska with a 1 catch for a -1 yard. So they've got 138 yards of total offense here in the first half. So Kemper right in it when it comes to the statistics part of things, but right now down by 14 here on the scoreboard. Let's take a look at some other scores from around the area here as I'm kind of digging through my Twitter feed. We're going to start off with one that I need to update here. Coon Rapids Bayard trailing Caminita now. That is 74-14, and that is a halftime score. So Caminita potentially going to score 100 in that game tonight if they continue at this pace. And I'm not trying to say that in a bad way, but they've got 74. It's going to be tenuous clock in the second half, but they were up by,
What was this, the semifinal game last year? An 8-man? What the hell was it? 100? I don't think they quit scoring yet.
Yeah, it was almost 100-100 in that game. Yeah.
I told the Harpanaugh kid who was over here for baseball in the state tournament, I said, how was that play? And he says, well, we just knew every time we got the ball we were going to score, and they did. And I'm like, he said it was sort of fun, but he said it was sort of embarrassing too.
Right,
because
nobody could make a stop.
Nobody could stop anybody.
Let's take a look at those scores. Carroll leading MOC Floyd Valley 6-0 late in the first half. Treynor again over Kemper at 21-7. Esac over Maple Valley Anthenoto at the half 13-6. South Central Calhoun leading Woodward Granger 21-7 at half. ICAM Manning up on Lawton Bronson 27-13 at the half. Audubon, last update we had 43-0 over West Harrison early in the second quarter. And again, Caminita over Coon Rapids Bayard 74-14. I know I have an update somewhere in here, and I'll try to find it, of the Glidden game. I'll try to get you an Arweva update as well. Have not seen one from them yet here tonight.
You know, Jeff, this is a perfect example of where we've got a lot of seniors on this team. You got kicked in the mouth here a little bit. You've had 3 weeks where you've done pretty well. We're right in this game.
Yep.
If we recommit right now and get physical again, we get the ball, we score here, we're right back into it. This is a gut check time.
Yep.
It's never easy.
No.
it's never easy if you're going to be the district champion or you're going to be in that top tier.
Yep.
You're going to have games like it's how you react.
Yes.
And we did not react very good after the kickoff return. Let's see now if we can refocus, because there's a lot of football left here if we get back and mentally and get back into the game.
Another kickoff into the end zone, so Kemper will start their first possession here of the second half at their own at 20-yard line. Knights will come out. Kemper going right to left across your radio dial here in this second half of play in the third quarter. Thanks again to Roselle Mutual Insurance, a proud sponsor of the halftime show, so thanks very much to them. Also want to thank Travis Burks. He's working hard over there in the booth next door to us, running our video production tonight, where you can watch and listen to the broadcast tonight. And of course, you can find that by going to YouTube and just simply searching 1380 KCM, so you can watch the game and listen to Mark tell you exactly what's going on in the game here tonight. And all you got to do, that's powered by New Way 4 down in Coon Rapids. Knights that snap it, they're going to keep it with Potabom, looking for a crease, finds the edge and spins his way out, and he's going to be brought down out at around the 24-yard line, a pickup of about 4 on the play. It's going to bring up second down and 6. That one didn't look like it was going to go for as much as it did. Then I thought it looked like it might go for more than it did.
You know, Cooper's what I'd call slippery.
Yes.
He's very slippery, and when he gets a lane or seam, he gets down it pretty quick. So he does a nice job keeping it here. I really want to see us come back to that jet sweep throwback to Tay here, because that has been open and we can get a big play on that.
And they do send him in motion, and they are going to hand it off to him, trying to get the right edge. And he is going to get out near the 29-yard line, a pickup of 5. Needed 6, so it'll bring up third down and about 1 yard to go. And I thought maybe they were going to set that one up, but they were sending him to the short side of the field. I doubt they're going to throw that pass pattern on the short side of the field.
Huge play here for Kemper. They need to get this now. I know last week talking to the Treynor guys, they jumped off sides several times in this situation.
Yep.
So I'd like to see Kemper go under center here, maybe try and get an easy first down, try and draw him off sides, because we have to keep the ball here to get some momentum back.
New Alfonda was up on Glidden as well, 20-0, end of the first quarter. Working on an Arweva scores. The Knights do pick up the first down. Vanami had to fight for it and is going to pick up 2, needed 1, and was able to get 2 on that quick hitter right up the middle. And it is going to be a first down for the Kemper Knights.
Nice job by Kemper there. Get a first down here. Let's methodically, like we talked about when they had that nice drive, and you mentioned it at halftime, Jeff, we ran the ball. Yep. We took some clock. Let's get back to that. Make sure we can get a nice drive here and get back in the game.
Clock running here early in the third quarter, 10:20 left. Knights have the ball over on the right hash mark. 2 wide receivers, Overmalt, DJ Vanami out here to the left. 2 wide receivers to the right. One of those is Houseman in the slot. They'll send him in motion from right to left. They're going to look to throw to him. They don't. They come back across the middle, and that ball in and out of the hands of Trevor Ryle. One of those, he heard the defenders. I don't think he was worried about the contact. I think he was thinking he could spin away from him and started his move before he squeezed that one into the midst.
Yeah, and there again, once again, it's I'm okay with the play call, but if you get behind the chains, now it's 2nd and 10, and it just makes it tough. And I had a coach a long time ago. It was, we're old school, but running the ball, they said, when you pass, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Yep.
One's a pick and one's a drop.
Yeah, that was back in the day where they didn't throw the football, right?
No, I think that was the old Woody Hayes saying.
Trips out here to the left, 1 wide receiver again to the right. They fake the handoff to Vanami. They find Overmall on the slant pattern across the middle. He'll make the catch out to the 44-yard line, a pickup of 13 on the play. And if there's one pass pattern that always seems to be open, that seems to be the one.
Yep, Nate's a really good receiver. He's got great hands. He looks like he took a helmet right on the thigh there. He's slow to get up.
So he is still laying out on the field. That'll give me a chance here to kind of run through some other sports scores for you here tonight. It was Milwaukee defeating Atlanta 2-1. Astros knocked off the White Sox 9-4. They're now up 2-0 in that series. Milwaukee leading the Braves 1-0. Red Sox over the Rays right now 8-5, top of the 6th. The Rays do have a 1-0 lead. And Sweet Anderson's at Dodgers going to be taking on Kirk Talene San Francisco Giants coming up later on tonight.
That's going to be a great series.
That should be a great series.
107 versus 106 wins.
Yep. And top 25 college football, number 5 Cincinnati leading Temple 31-3. Now, I'm going to say I heard a lot of people complaining about the Dodgers having to play in a wild card game with 106 wins, and I completely understood, so I'm not arguing. I'll finish my thought after this play. First down and 10 for the Knights. Potabom out of the shotgun, fakes the handoff again to Vanami, throws it behind Lampman, who makes a great one-handed catch. He'll get down to the 44-yard line of the Treynor Cardinal. That's going to be a pickup of a 12 and another first down for the Kemper Knights. My point was going to be, I had more of a problem that you put the two best teams in the National League up against each other in the division series.
Yeah.
I don't care if the Dodgers were a wild card or not. They shouldn't have had to play. The Giants shouldn't be having to play a 106-win team just to get to the NL.
Here's the you play 160.
Championship.
You play 162 games. You know the rules. If you don't win your division, you're going to be in a wild card.
Absolutely,
that's just the way it is.
I get it, but. Man, you could see the team's Potabom in some trouble, fumbles the football, and the Knights will dive on it. He had three guys back there with him. Luckily, all three of them in with the tackle, but Potabom is still down on the field. Tackle going to be made back at the Kemper 44-yard line. That'll be a loss of 12, but the more big story right now is Potabom, and he was spun down when he lost that football. What I was going to make the point I was going to make is that all of the linemen, the defenders had gotten behind him. They were all standing there. They were able to jump on that loose football.
Yes. It almost looked like when he was scrambling away that it looked like the way the linemen got in there, they were trying to run some type of screenplay there. It just got penetration too quick, and it just didn't set up the way they wanted to.
DJ Vanami would be the backup quarterback for the Knights. And DJ, a sophomore. He's 2 of 11 throwing the ball coming into tonight. 0 for 1 tonight, so 2 of 12 for 28 yards with a touchdown and an interception. Pretty good running quarterback, 16 carries, 100 yards with 2 rushing touchdowns. But there looks like they're working on the right leg area, and I don't want to speculate, Mark, but looking like they're working right now on the right leg area of Cooper Potabom. We'll step away. We've got an injury on the field. Knights trailing it here 21-7. They'll face a 2nd and 20 when we come back in 30 seconds right here on KCIM.
Someone you can rely.
Finish. For farm, home, or commercial, for more than 90 years, Wall Lake Lumber Company has been proud to help our communities grow. With 4 convenient locations and one of the largest building material inventories in the area, we are sure to be able to fill all your building needs. From project design and estimating to friendly advice, we can't wait to be part of the process for you. Wall Lake Lumber, with locations in Wall Lake, Lakeview, Odebolt, and Carroll. We're not your grandpa's lumberyard.
We welcome you back here. Cooper Potabom being helped off the field, but Mark, the good sign is it looks like he's putting some pressure on both legs. He is being helped off the field, but he is putting some pressure down.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing is, like we talked before, DJ's got plenty of snaps in because he's got a lot of opportunity in the blowout game. So, that's why it's important you have guys ready.
And there is a fumble on the snap. It hit a lineman, and Treynor going to fall on the football. So the first play, it doesn't even get back to Vanami. And the ball is fumbled away, and Treynor will come up with it. Jumping on it was Caleb Ilf. And it is now a 21-7 lead in favor of the Treynor Cardinal. And they are going to start at the Kemper 43-yard line.
Yeah, the big turnover there. Let's see. Defensively, we've done really good in change of possessions. We've held them both times. Let's hopefully, so make a good play here and get the ball back for our offense.
3rd turnover of the night for the Knights. They're going to hand it off, and they don't. They fake it to Miller. Dirk's going to keep it, and he is going to get down inside the 40, down to the 39-yard line. A pickup of 4 on the play. They'll bring up 2nd down and 6 to go. The other thing bad about that turnover, Mark, was Kemper burned about 3-4 minutes off the clock themselves. Now Treynor, with the way they run their offense, they're going to burn probably 3 or 4 more minutes. All of a sudden, the clock starts to become a little bit of a factor.
Yeah, they're in no hurry offense.
Yeah,
Treynor's very deliberate.
West Harrison with a touchdown. That's now 43-8 Audubon in that ballgame. Dirk's under centers. Got Miller behind him, one wide receiver. Schumacher out here to the right. This time they hand it off to Miller, and he is stuffed at the line. Kemper trying to strip it, but unable to get it. He'll pick up a yard down to the 38-yard line. Actually, they're going to give him the 37. So they got to push, because to me it looked like he was hit right at the line of scrimmage, didn't get anything, but he gained 2, so the offensive line got to push.
Fell forward there a little bit. The one thing, I'd say Miller's a tough kid, always falls forward, and he gets hit every play.
Yes.
Every single play, because they fake him up the middle, and so tough kid. Finally came off the field there, which good for us.
3rd down and 4 to go. 7:40 and count in the 3rd quarter. 21-7 Treynor. One wide receiver out here to the right. They run the toss play this time to Schumacher. Finds a seam. Going to be spun down, I think, about 1.5 yards shy of the first down near the 34. Needed to get down around the 33, so they're going to be about a yard shy of the first down. They're going to give him just inside the 35, so a pickup of about 2, and it's going to be a really big fourth down, and my guess is Treynor will go for it here. 4th and 2 at around the 35-yard line. Ball over here on the right hash mark.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, what would you do here, Jeff?
I would go for
it.
Would you? I would, absolutely. And I think I'd probably fake the Miller thing because I think Kemper's going to be looking for it.
Yeah,
and
Miller's out of the game.
And, yeah, Miller is out of the game right now. They'll turn, and it is going to be Dirks keeping it, and he is going to be brought down. He is going to. They did not throw the flag. I saw what you did, and that was the head getting whipped around pretty hard, and that was right in front of the official down here. But they're going to move the chains down to the 32-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 3.
Yeah, nice run there by the quarterback. Miller held on to it. Or, excuse me, what's quarterback's name again?
Dirks.
Dirks hung on to it there. And he's done a nice job of keeping the ball and reading it. You know, the first time he did it, he fumbled. And ever since then, he's been really good. We've been clean with the ball.
And that's kind of what I was expecting. Fake it to the fullback and have the quarterback keep it. Because if I was the defense, I'd be looking for Miller, who wasn't in the game at that time. And again, this time they do hand it off to the fullback, and trying to fight his way forward up the middle is the new fullback in the game, and that is number 88. Well, it's 86. 36, okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering. I couldn't quite read it. That's Kyle Moss, Jr.
Kyle Moss.
And Moss, 22 carries coming into tonight for 123 yards. I couldn't quite read that number. I thought it was 86. And I'm like, I don't have an 86 on the roster anywhere, so who am I missing here?
And Kyle looks, they've got him listed 6 foot 165. He looks a lot bigger than that.
Yeah, no gain on the play for him there. It's going to bring up 2nd down now and at 10 to go. The Cardinal will be happy with eating up clock, and then if they can get some points on the board, that would just be a bonus off of this Kemper turnover. They'll send a man in motion. They want to throw. They throw the bubble screen. It's complete to Peterson. Makes a guy miss, and he is going to be wrapped up and brought down inside the 25, down at around the 22-yard line. Let's give him the 23. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 1. That's a big 9-yard gain on that play.
Yeah, really nice tackle there by Will Simons. Got out there really. Nice job, good tackle, physical there. But that's the second time they ran that play where they run that tunnel screen or bubble screen here to the short side of the field. We had a chance to make a play right at the line of scrimmage, and we broke a tackle.
And they've done that a couple of times tonight on that play. They're missing tackles out on the edge right now.
Yes.
6-6, that Carroll MOC Floyd Valley game. MOC Floyd Valley strike for a 57-yard touchdown run. They block, Carroll does, the PAT. 6-6, 7:46 left in the 3rd quarter there. Here we're going to go under 5 minutes left. It's going to be 3rd down and a yard for Treynor. They're in 2-down territory now for sure. They'll send a man in motion. They turn, hand it off, and Miller's back into the ball game. And this time, nope, it is Dirks keeping it. Man, he runs that really well. I've been fooled several times. Maybe you haven't, Mark, but he gets down to the 17. That's going to be a pickup of 6.
No, I agree with you, Jeff. He's really slippery with the ball. That's a great play there by Trevor Ryle because, we talked about he's been keeping it. We had to put an extra hat there and make sure we account for it. So now our corners and our safeties are coming up, which I like to see. We've got to get closer because their passing game is not going to hurt us.
No. One wide receiver out to the left and 1 to the right. Dirks again under center with Miller behind him. Schumacher goes in motion, and again they pull it. And Dirks, well, he could have ran the option. That time he saw a little crease, thought he could get through it. When there isn't much there, he only gets down to the 16, so a pickup of about a yard on the play.
Miller's getting mad. Miller wants the ball again. He's like, I want to run people over. That time he pulled it from him. Miller turned around and said, give me the ball.
Next time he might just rip it away from him.
He's just going to take it from him.
Yeah. Yeah, he might just take Dirks with him. He might just pick up Dirks and run with him.
The Miller kid's one of those kids. He just loves contact. He just wants to hit somebody every play.
Typical fullback.
Yeah, yeah. And it's so unusual to see a fullback.
It is. It is. Reminds me a little of Tommy Rathman back in the days.
Yes, he does. That's a great analogy.
Dirks again under center. This guy's going to drop back to throw. Throws one up, and that is going to be intercepted. DJ Vanami makes the pick.
Why?
I don't know why you threw in that.
I don't either.
Yeah, you had it.
I'm glad he did.
2nd and 9, but you were in a position here where you were in field goal range.
Yeah.
That would have put you up 24-7 if you know, and you're still. You got a chance to get a touchdown still. You're running a lot of clock. Now, Kemper's going to get it out at the 20-yard line after that interception. That's a break as Kemper going to pick up the interception from DJ Vanami.
I know it's hard as an offensive play caller to not get greedy, but do what works.
Yeah. Yeah.
Throwing the ball. I'm glad he threw it because now we got to pick. We're right back in the game if we score here. But makes absolutely no sense to me why they did it.
They could have burned the rest of the third quarter on that drive.
Absolutely.
And the clock right now up 21-7 is their friend. And Kemper in some trouble now as they snap it back. We're going to get a loss. And DJ Vanami still in at quarterback. The loss back to the 17-yard line. And DJ that time, there was no chance for him. He was hit almost immediately. We're to make it a loss back to the 18. Nope, it is going to be a loss back to the 17. It'll bring up second down and 13.
Treynor's bringing extra guys in. They're really aggressive attacking the line of scrimmage right now. If we can get somebody down the seam again, we hit Overmole earlier in this half, those routes are open for a big play here. Look at how tight they are line of scrimmage, Joe.
They will throw it, and they've got Overmole, and it's nearly caught, then nearly picked off. It slipped through Overmole's fingertips and then went right by Peyton Chapman, who tried to reach out and couldn't come up with it. Vanami now 0 for 2 throwing the football. It's going to bring up third down and 13 for the Knights. And 2:53 left here in the third quarter. Kemper trailing it right now 21-7. We've got our Motor Inn player of the game coming up following the ballgame. Motor Inn of Carrier, Premier Toyota, Chevy, and Buick dealership for everything from sales to service to parts and collision.
Yeah, great chess match going on here. Let's see if we can hit somebody on a route.
Fake to Vanami, pressure comes. DJ gets away from the pressure, now throws it downfield. He's got a couple of guys down there. Ryo goes up, makes a great catch, and picks up the first down all the way out to near midfield. They're going to mark him down right at midfield to pick up a 32.
Great individual effort there by Trevor Ryle. He tracked that ball, went up and got it. Just a phenomenal catch in traffic. DJ running for his life, threw late. But in that situation, it's good as a punt anyway. But Trevor did a nice job coming back and catching the ball.
Kemper running some hurry up now. They'll snap it back to Vanami. Pumps, wants to go deep. And now Schumacher comes, and he just kind of fires one at the feet of Hausman. And it's going to bring up second down now and 10 to go. Heads up play that time by DJ Vanami with nobody open and pressure in his face. He just chucked that one into the ground.
Very, very smart play by DJ there. You know, just live for another down. It's first down. Just make sure you don't throw an interception there. It's a very, very intelligent play by DJ.
51-14, Remsen St. Mary's over the Arweva Rockets. That game at the halftime. Rockets needed that one to really have a chance. They've got New Alfonda next week, so a loss this week doesn't completely knock them out. But they would absolutely have to win next week then to be able to get into the playoffs. DJ Vanami out of the shotgun, low snap, again wants to keep it, able to weave his way through a couple of guys. There was some pressure in the backfield, but he gets from the 50 down to the 46-yard line, a pickup of 4 on the play. It'll bring up third down and 6 yards to go for the Knights.
Really important play call here. You know, you're probably in 2-down territory, just the way the clock's going here, so you want to make sure you get positive yardage, put yourself in 4th and short here.
Knights will break the huddle. Tay Vanami, along with Overmole, will split out to the right. One wide receiver, Ryle, split to the left. Tay goes in motion. They're going to fake it to him. DJ going to roll out. Pressure comes. Ball is tipped and it's intercepted. Treynor's got some running room. That's a Maiska. DJ, the only guy that's got a shot at him, and he's going to pick up the block, and he's going to take it all the way back for the touchdown. About a 60-yard interception return for the touchdown for Treynor. And that puts a damper here for Kemper right now, as they're going to be down 27-7 pending the extra point.
Yeah, they had the right play call there, just off his fingertips. His timing was there, and the guy sitting back in the second part of the route was there for the pick and just danced down the sideline for an easy pick 6.
Schwartz on to attempt the extra point. He is 3 of 3 on those tonight. Minute 37 left in this one. Kemper still has something to play for. They're in the playoffs, already locked in. Even a loss tonight, they would be no worse than the 3 seed. They just won't get a home game in that opening round. The extra point is up and good, and it's a 28-7 at Treynor lead. Mark and I are back in 1 minute here on KCIM.
This is Steve Shabo.
Working as a team to achieve success is the only way towards victory. Hi, this is Kelly Danner. Having teammates that have your back isn't just for game day. It's important when it comes to your insurance coverage too. Roselle Mutual and Grinnell Mutual are here to provide you with a winning lineup of quality insurance no matter what your needs are. Give us a call today at 792-4525 for your commercial, farm, home, and auto insurance needs. Roselle Mutual, proudly insuring the area since 1876.
From footings to framing to finish. For farm, home, or commercial, for more than 90 years, Wall Lake Lumber Company has been proud to help our communities grow. With 4 convenient locations and one of the largest building material inventories in the area, we are sure to be able to fill all your building needs. From project design and estimating to friendly advice, we can't wait to be part of the process for you. Wall Lake Lumber, with locations in Wall Lake, Lakeview, Odebolt, and Carroll. We're not your grandpa's lumberyard.
Coming to you live from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes fuel, recover, and perform. And Kemper moving the football a little bit that time, had gotten into Treynor territory, but the interception returned for the touchdown. And it's 28-7 Cardinal. This time Schwartz doesn't kick it into the end zone. Overmall's got a chance to return it, caught it out at around the 10. He's got some running room and knocked out of bounds out past the 35, out near the 40-yard line. They'll mark him down right at the 40-yard line, and that is where Kemper will have it first down and 10. And Mark, we said at the halftime, Knights needed to lean a little bit on their run game. That's going to be hard to do if you're still trying to win this game, down 28-7.
You know, Jeff, I thought you made a great point as we were going to break before. This is a gut check time for Kemper because, you know, you're down 2 or 3 scores here. You've got Underwood next week, but you know you're in the playoffs.
Yep.
This is where mentally you've got to think about, I've got plenty of games left here. What am I going to do in this situation? Because, you know, there's plenty of football left to be played. You got to get better now.
Yes. DJ Vanami out of the shotgun. They hand it off to Tay Vanami, hitting the backfield, finds his way out past the 40, out to the 42-yard line, a pickup of 2 on the play. Going to bring up second down now and 8 yards to go. And DJ Vanami, as you said, plenty of experience, not putting anything on him, but the injuries that Kemper's already had, and now you lose Cooper Potabom. You were down 21-7 at this point, but you lose Cooper Potabom. Mentally, what's that do to a group of kids?
Yeah, it makes it tough. I mean, and adversity is part of the deal. And I'm always, as being a coach too, you always like to see who responds to adversity and who's going to pick you up, because you've got plenty of seniors on this team. Who's going to step up and be your leader? Because it isn't going to be easy.
No, still 13-6 East Sac over Maple Valley. Anthony Charter Oak Ute at the halftime. DJ going deep. He's got Overmall down there. That's Hausman. And Hausman makes the catch right over the defender and going to be tackled down at the 28-yard line. And that is going to be a pickup of 30 on the play.
Tell you what, Jared Hausman's a playmaker. Every time we call his name, it's a big play. I love his competitiveness. He has just played really hard today and really smart. He's just played a phenomenal game.
You score here, and all of a sudden you're back into the ball game. DJ again looks down. He has got Ryle out there, and that time it's going to be overthrown. One thing I like too with this Kemper team, as far as what they do to offensively, coaches, they don't keep their quarterbacks in the pocket. They get them out. That way it takes pressure off of the offensive line. Sometimes you get guys that do throw the ball a little bit better. You know,
on the run.
Yeah, and absolutely. I think Cooper Potabom throws the ball better on the run.
100% he does, you know, and DJ does pretty well on the run too here. And like we talked about, there's a lot of football left here. Kemper, if they step up and fight here and get competitive, get that leadership back, they got a chance yet.
I'll fake the handoff up the middle. DJ with some running room, pops it out to the outside. He's got a blocker out there. 10-5. He'll take it in for the touchdown. 28-yard touchdown run from DJ Vanami, and the Knights strike back, and they're on the board. And down now at 28-13 with 13 seconds left here in the half. That was a nice run. Pulled that one down.
That was a great
weaved
play.
his way through the defense, and then takes it in for the touchdown.
There's plenty of time left here. We got a whole quarter left. If once again, step up, make plays. I thought Hausman had a huge play there when
absolutely
it got him going, got the momentum back a little bit there for him.
So Tommy Fitzsimmons on now to attempt the extra point. He is 18 of 20 on the season. Make that 19 of 21 after making the one earlier tonight. That one is up and good. And the Knights down now 28-14, 13 seconds left in this third quarter of play. We're back in 1 minute here on KCIM.
McFarland Clinic is pleased to welcome Dr. Ray.
We deliver environmental services together. Why together? Because together we're stronger and more effective. We're proud to partner with you to recycle plastics. Recyclable plastic will have the number 1 or 2 inside the recycle symbol. It's generally a food, beverage, soap, or cleaner container. Make sure they're empty, give them a quick rinse if possible, and put the cap back on. These plastics are not recyclable. They belong in the trash. Visit our website at carrollcountylandfill.com for details of how you can be part of the recycling team, because together, everyone achieves more.
Family owned and operated since 1948, Quant Auto Salvage is the area's best full-service scrap facility. Whether you are looking to sell scrap iron, vehicles, or batteries, or you need to locate that difficult-to-find part for your vehicle, they have what you need. And if it isn't in stock, they can locate it with their nationwide parts database, or you can pull it yourself at their You Pull It. Quant Auto Salvage. They sell the best and recycle the rest on Kitty Hawk Avenue in Carroll.
Kemper kicks the football. It's going to go out of bounds at around the 17, 18 yard line. So if you're Treynor, you can either take it at the 35 or make them kick it again. They already have the one kickoff return for a touchdown. My guess is here, Coach, you take it at the 35 in this situation?
You know, I think I'd make them kick it again. Just because, you know, Kemper's not going to kick it deep.
Right.
And
you might have a chance to get it out beyond the 35, and that's exactly what they're going to do. So they're going to make Kemper kick it again.
Yeah, I would.
28-14 our score. South Central Calhoun wrapping up their district championship. If they hold on here tonight, they're pulling away from Woodward Granger, now up 35-7. That one late in the third quarter here. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. Thanks to Travis Brinks over there running our video production tonight. And again, you can watch that by going to YouTube and simply searching for 1380 KCIM. Go ahead and follow us. You'll get a notification anytime we go on live for one of our video and audio broadcasts. So you can watch the games that we're broadcasting while listening to those right there, and you can stream it to your TV if you want, and all that stuff. It's almost like being there.
It is.
Travis does a great job running the camera, and all of our video production is powered by New Way Ford in Coon Rapids. Line drive kick again for Fitzsimmons. This time it's going to get over Schumacher's head, and it's going to roll into the end zone for the touchback. So instead of getting it out at the 20 or 35-yard line, Treynor will get it at their own at 20-yard line. 13 seconds left here in this third quarter.
Nice job by Fitzsimmons there. That's a great kick. I love what he did there. He said, you know what? They're up short enough here. I'm going to hit a line drive over their head. That's a great job for him starting them at their 20.
Don't forget our New Way Ford scoreboard show coming up following the game tonight. Nathan Cones, Jim Molitor, both of them, I have a feeling, chomping at the bit to get on
they're ready
the air.
to go.
They do. Yeah, they love
you got
that
the
show.
A-team tonight. Yeah. Z's in the house.
Schumacher in motion. They turn. They fake the handoff again to Miller.
Nice
and Dirks
job.
again going to keep it. And he'll be wrapped up, brought down at the 23. A pickup of 3 on the play. And that will be the final play of the third quarter. 28-14. Treynor with the lead. We're through 3 quarters. Fourth quarter is 1 minute away here on KCIM.
When it comes to sports injuries and pain,
people want and deserve more comfort, efficiency, and reliability, both in their homes and places of work. Drees Company will be there to meet these challenges, whether we are designing a new system or servicing your existing equipment. We are a rapidly growing company that strives to meet and exceed all your expectations. No matter if you are looking to buy new appliances or need the help from one of our certified technicians, we are here for you. We pride ourselves in our installation and service. Drees Company, servicing the Carroll area since 1933.
From footings to framing to finish. For farm, home, or commercial, for more than 90 years, Wall Lake Lumber Company has been proud to help our communities grow. With 4 convenient locations and one of the largest building material inventories in the area, we are sure to be able to fill all your building needs. From project design and estimating to friendly advice, we can't wait to be part of the process for you. Wall Lake Lumber, with locations in Wall Lake, Lakeview, Odebolt, and Carroll. We're not your grandpa's lumber yard.
12 minutes left in the home season, at least in the regular season for the Kemper Knights. If they rally back and take home the victory here tonight, they would, at worst, host a first-round game.
Yeah.
At worst, they'd be second place, depending on how the game at Underwood. You had asked me earlier who Underwood was playing tonight. I did grab my paperwork. They're playing West Monona at home.
That'll be ugly.
Yeah, so more than likely they don't lose that football game, and this time Going to hand it off, and no running room that time. Kemper defense playing like they did early in the game and dominating the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play for Miller, and it's going to bring up 3rd down now and about 7 yards to go for Treynor.
I like the thought process there, too. Once he got stood up, I saw Cal Wanigan there trying to rip the ball loose, trying to cause a fumble. You get a turnover here, boy, you're right back in it.
Cam Manning up right now on Lawton Bronson, 34-13 at midway through the 3rd quarter. Thanks to my good friend Dan Spooner for tweeting out those updates for my Cam Manning. The nice thing is Dan, he tweets enough stuff that I can almost go back and know exactly what happened, how the game played out, almost every possession.
Yeah,
he does a really nice job with that, so I appreciate that. Big 3rd down here and 8. They're going to throw it out. They're looking to get that block on the edge. Peterson makes a man miss, but going to be short of the 1st down. Nice tackle out there on the edge. Is that Trevor Ryle? It is, number 11, coming up with that tackle. The gain was out to the 28-yard line, so they picked up 6 but needed 8, and it'll bring up 4th down and around 3 yards to go. So a punting situation here for the Cardinal. And if you're the Cardinal right now, the last thing you want to do is get too conservative as well.
Yeah, I almost surprised they threw there just for the simple fact that if it's incomplete, you stop the clock. Go catch that.
There is the punt, and Overmole is going to let it bounce. It'll bounce straight up and then out of bounds.
Nice kick.
Yeah, it was. Very nice kick.
No
and
return.
It'll pin Kemper back. They're going to be in pretty good field position, but they're going to be back at their own 31-yard line. Had to wait for him to walk up and then stop before they were actually, didn't realize they were going to have to walk up and stop on that one. It went right out of bounds by the official.
I always want to ask the official, because you see him, especially the coffin corner down the end zone, the guy will start walking. You know, do you think the official really knows? He's just sort of guessing. Where'd it go out? I'm trying to look in the air and see where about the 12.
About right there, Yeah, sometimes I think the guy down there might have a better view of where it actually went out of bounds.
Exactly.
So Kemper with the football, scored on their last possession, went 60 yards in 3 plays.
Yeah,
so,
quick.
Yeah, got a chance to do that here again with DJ Vanami. Tay goes in motion. They fake it. DJ looking to run. It was pulled up in the middle and jammed up. He makes one guy miss out here on the edge, but he's going to be wrapped up. Pretty good gain, though, of 4 out to the 34-yard line. So DJ now 4 carries for 33 yards here on the night. It'll bring up 2nd down and 6 to go. Coach, are we in a situation here? I think they still need to run some. Do they need to go with a little bit of a hurry up? Down 2 scores right now, 2 touchdowns, not just a touchdown and a field goal.
You've got to get in out of the huddle quickly. You want to give yourself time, but I'm going to my playmakers here. I'm looking for Hausman, I'm looking for Overmole, and I'm looking for Tay Vanami here. You go to your playmakers.
Tay goes in motion. They fake it to him, try to throw it across the middle, and it's intercepted again. Treynor with the interception, and again, DJ nearly stripped it away, but unable to do so, and A.J. Schultz takes it in for the touchdown. And that was about a 39-yard interception return for the touchdown, and that is the 2nd interception return for a touchdown for Treynor here tonight.
Yeah, he'll see that one on film. They jumped the route. Just a read that, it just was the wrong read, and the linebacker jumped the route.
So Knight's really going to have to score quickly now the rest of this game as Schwartz on to attempt the extra point. Every time it looks like here in this, since about the midway through the 2nd quarter, that Kemper's got the momentum. Treynor steals it right back. The kick is up. It is good, and it's a 35-14 Treynor lead. We've got 9:38 left here in the football game. Mark and I are back in 1 minute on KCIM.
At New Way Ford in Coon Rapids and New Way Auto in Jefferson, we make your vehicle buying experience stress-free. Our sales team will help determine your vehicle needs with options and features that you desire. Our finance team will explain financing terms and options best for each customer. Our service team is always here for you, from our Oil Changes for Life program to our exclusive warranty forever. We work to keep your New Way vehicle going long after the sale. Stop by and let our family help yours get into the next car, truck, or SUV.
One of the best kept secrets in Carroll is JP Flooring. I was looking to replace the floor in a couple rooms at home. It can be super overwhelming with all of the options available. I popped by JP Flooring and was super surprised and impressed with the showroom and selection. I had no idea how extensive their product lines were. They have a designer on staff that helped me narrow down what I was looking for. When you change your floors, it changes the whole character of a room. I used their product visualizer and could literally see in advance what the styles would look like in my room. I totally recommend JP Flooring in Carroll.
Schultz returns that for a touchdown on the interception. 5th turnover tonight for the Knights. High end over end kick. John Base back at him out the 6-yard line. Takes it over on the left side. Tries to bring it over here to the right side of the Kemper sideline. Going to be wrapped up and brought down at the 20-yard line. And that is where the Knights will have it, first down and 10. The clock is still running. It's not supposed to be, but the clock is still running right now.
There, they got it.
9:25 left here in the football game. So about 5 seconds off of the game clock on that one.
The way this game's been going, that may come into play. It's been crazy. About the time you think one team's got momentum, it goes the other way. I think they caught it.
Might be resetting it here. Absolutely. Yep, we're going to put it up to 9:28.
Yeah.
And Mark, it's actually 3 interceptions. Yep. 2 of those returned for a touchdown.
Touchdowns, yeah.
We also had the punt issue, the fumble.
Yep.
So the Knights have really hurt themselves here tonight. The kickoff return for a touchdown. Everything that could go wrong kind of has. Little toss play on a little flip play to Tavenami. He'll be wrapped up and brought down at the 21-yard line. So that'll be no gain on the play. And it's going to bring up a 2nd down and at 10 to go.
So again, Kemper's done a lot of nice things tonight. It's just shooting himself in the foot. And just when you start thinking you get momentum, you give up a big play the other way. So, we've still got time. It's just you've got to make plays here, and you cannot turn the ball over anymore. One more turnover and it's over.
Ryle splits out here to the right, 2 wide receivers to the left. DJ Vanami out of the shotgun, turns, hands the football off. Tavenami breaking a couple of tackles, spins his way out to the 26-yard line, a pickup of 5 on the play. They've never really gotten him established here tonight, Coach. Mark, no. I've got him right now, 14 carries, 43 yards. That's not the kind of night that you need out of the running game with your best running back in Tavenami.
Yeah, and he was out last week with, the illness or whatever. So, he's probably not quite back to 100%. So,
right.
A lot of factors in there. Plus, we've got a couple linemen out tonight that have been injured, through. So, a couple new moving pieces in there.
Shotgun formation for DJ Vanami. Since Tay in motion, they fake it to him. He's going to roll out, looks at downfield, now throws. It is going to be caught, but out of bounds from Ryle. And it is going to bring up a 3rd down situation for the Kemper Knights. 3rd down and about 5 yards to go.
That was a great job at coming back to the ball for Trevor. Great hands, got to it.
Yeah, made a really nice catch. Saw his dad out playing catch with Coach Klink before the game, so I'm sure he's worked on that a little bit with his dad over the years.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of receiver in his blood, that's for sure.
Ball over on the left hash mark. Kemper not going to huddle up this time. 3rd down, actually 4th down, 4th down, and 5 to go. Knights running a player out onto the field late, and that is Nolan Simons, who is going to run out there. They've got 2 wide receivers out here to the right. They are going to punt it away. I thought at first they were going to go for it, but they are going to punt it away. A low line drive punt, and Chapman will let it go. It'll roll dead down at around the 24-yard line, and that is where Treynor will have it. And the Cardinal right now in really good shape with 7:56 left in this one, up by 21 points. And they can credit their defense. Their offense has done a nice job here tonight, but
they really had the one drive. They had one drive.
They had the one drive.
Yeah, and that was it.
Their defense and special teams have done the most damage here tonight.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm still trying. I watched this, and I'm just, there's a perfect example. You put 2 guys back, you catch the ball at the 40, you let it bounce, and now you start at your own 24.
Yep.
I'm just surprised more teams just don't do that, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm with you. I am absolutely with you. Well, you saw in the Michigan State-Nebraska game how 2 guys back and help you. They hand it off to Schumacher up the middle. He'll get out to the 30. I can't even believe I just brought that up.
If you kick it to the wrong guy, nobody's over there. Yeah, but there's a perfect example.
Yeah, it is. Because those mistakes do happen.
If you've got one guy back there, that ball kicks and rolls down the other, keeps rolling down the end zone.
That would have been a perfect kick.
That would have been great.
State only had one guy back there, and especially if he was on the opposite side of the field.
Yeah. Like I told you, your Huskers have been good to me. I made a lot of money on them this year.
Well, good for you. They've still given me a lot of heartache, but I still love them. We're wishing Blaze, Blaze the best of luck. I love that guy. Such a great kid.
Absolutely.
And not just because he's out in Lincoln. He was a great kid here. He's a great kid no matter where he'd went, but happy as heck that he went out to Lincoln. They handed off to Schumacher again. He'll get out to the 31-yard line. It's going to bring up We'll call it third down and about 3 yards to go for Treynor. And again, if I'm them, I pretty much burn all of that play clock in between plays.
Absolutely.
I snap it with about 3 or 4 seconds left on the play clock the rest of the game.
Absolutely. They are very deliberate here.
You talked old school. That's old school football.
That is very old school.
You don't see coaches in the college or the pro thinking about that until very late in the game.
Yeah.
You know, back when I grew up, man, they did that all the time. You get under about 8-9 minutes left in the game, and it was take time off the clock.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I'm just aging myself, folks.
No,
I am old. I'll be the first one to admit it. Shotgun formation again. Dirks pulls it down, and the Knights are going to, they're going to force him to throw it. I thought they were going to get the sack. But again, he does a pretty good job of throwing sometimes or pitching when he's got contact. That time he threw it away, and it'll bring up fourth down in a punting situation.
So just going to ask, if you're trying to run the clock out there, if you hand off the ball, the clock keeps running, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now they stop the clock for us.
Now they stop the clock.
I'm glad they did that.
Yeah. Yeah. Not going to always say I understand things, but I'm up in the booth.
Yeah,
they're down there.
Hey, that's the best part of it. I love sitting up here.
Yeah, we're always right.
I was always questioned when I was down on the field.
Absolutely.
This is the best part.
And Overmall lets that one bounce. It's going to take a great bounce again for Treynor. And it is going to be down at around the 13-yard line. And that bounce, and not on Overmall, but that bounce cost the Knights about 10, 12, 14 yards.
It's so hard as a single guy back there because the last thing you want to do is have to make a running catch.
Yep.
You don't want to fumble it. Nate did the exact right thing there.
Yep.
It's too hard to play for him. But the problem is when it bounces, you never know where it's going.
Right. Yeah.
And it rolled towards the end zone.
So the Knights will be pinned back at their own 13-yard line. 6:05 left here in the football game. 35-14 in favor of Treynor. Kemper led this at one time 7-0 before Treynor put up 28 straight points. 21 of those in that first half. DJ drops back. Pressure comes again, scrambles out, looks downfield. He's got Ryle down there, and Trevor does a nice job of tiptoeing on the sideline. Pass caught out near the 33-yard line. That'll be a gain of 20 on the play.
I love his routes. I love his hands. And Kemper's got some really nice receivers here.
Yeah, he's had a good ball game tonight,
Absolutely.
Ryle has. I've got him unofficially 3 catches, 75 yards here in the game. Trips out to the left, one wide receiver out here to the right. DJ Vanami gets away from the pressure, going to pick up a block from it. DJ goes down for Ryle, who tries to adjust, and the ball just over his head. Maybe misread that one a little bit, Marcus. He came back, and then the ball sailed just a little bit on him.
Yeah, actually, and DJ's going to see that on film, too. Kobe Lampin was open for about a 20-yard gain on about the 50-yard line where Trevor, who's done a nice job, has made a couple tough catches, was double covered down there deeper. Sometimes you just got to take the shorter route and live another day because Kobe was wide open on the 50.
Motor Inn player of the game coming up following the ball game. Motor Inn of Cary, your premier Toyota, Chevy, and Buick dealership for everything from sales to service to parts and collision. And John Bay splits out to the left, trips out here to the right. Tay Vanami lines up as the tailback next to DJ Vanami. Pressure comes from the backside. He scrambles away from it, hit as he throws, and he's going to throw it incomplete at the feet of Kobe Lampman. And he's knocked out of bounds as he throws that one away. It'll bring up third down now and 10.
One thing Treynor does a nice job of, they bring pressure every play, and they bring it from different angles and different situations on the field. So it's really hard to know who's coming and who's not, but they're always bringing pressure every play.
Right. So the Knights, 2-down territory or mark with this game at 35-14. You don't pick up the first down here unless it's 4th and 1. You punt it away.
Yeah, I would.
Trips out to the left, one wide receiver to the right. Houseman in the slot right side. They'll send Tay Vanami in motion. They fake the handoff to him, looking to throw it out to him. And DJ that time threw that one a little bit hard maybe. Tay was just a couple of feet away from him, and it's going to fall incomplete. And it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and they're going to punt.
So the Knights will punt it away. So a quick 3 and out here for Kemper. Actually, they did get the 1 first down, so a 4 and out. Knights trying to get some guys out onto the field. And again, with the injuries they've had, it's different guys having to come out. There's the snap. Kobe Lampman with the punt. Nice high punt. Going to drive Chapman back, and he's going to let it go. It'll take a Treynor bounce, then a Kemper bounce, and it'll be downed near the 21-yard line, and that is...
Nice punt by Kobe
Yeah,
there.
it was, and that is where Kemper will have it, or Treynor will have it, first down and 10. 5:23 left here in the football game, and Mark, with time kind of running out in this one here, as we'll get set for that New Way Forward scoreboard show coming up here 10 to midnight on KCIM and on Kick with Nathan Cones. And, of course, Jim Molitor as well. I'll get that interview, hopefully, with Coach Steinkamp. Otherwise, we'll catch up with him on the show tonight. And, of course, got the MC Country Cafe Coaches Show tomorrow morning, 8 to 9 o'clock. We'll talk with the football, volleyball, cross-country, and girls swimming coach.
You're doing in person again now?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll do that 8 to 9 o'clock tomorrow morning here on KCIM. But stay with us, everybody. We'll start to get set for that Kemper-Underwood game next week. Caminita beats Kuhn tonight 82-22, the final score there. Toss back to Schumacher on the option, and Schumacher going to be wrapped up and brought down out at around the 23-yard line. So a pickup of 2 on the play for Schumacher. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8, and the work cut out for Kemper next week. You and I think, planning on going down there to Underwood. We'll have that game for everybody on Kick 106.7. Underwood sounds like very legitimately the number 2 ranked team in the state from everything I'm hearing. They've got some really special athletes down there. Their running back, I've heard, is golden. They're
really good. You know, and Coach Steinkamp made a good point. I heard the pregame show, and he talked about Kemper's got three weeks in a row here of playoff games.
Yes.
You know, they knew tonight was a playoff game basically. Next week is, and then you actually have the playoffs. So you want to compare your team against the best out there. So this is good. Good to see where you're at. Measuring stick. Let's see where we're at.
Tackle going to be made out at around the 28-yard line. It's going to be a pickup of 4, but a flag comes down late. Let's go ahead and see what that flag is once the officials get ready to tell us. It's just, I think, the second or third flag maybe
They've done
of
a
this
nice
entire
job
game.
tonight, yeah.
Haven't hardly noticed this crew at all here tonight.
I'm guessing hold because right in the middle.
Legal block below the waist on the offense. It's a 15-yard penalty. Excuse me, half the distance to the goal. 2nd down.
So a penalty going to go against a Treynor. And that is the first penalty accepted against them all night tonight here, Coach.
Wow. How many do we have?
I've got Kemper for just the one. Yeah.
Wow, 2 flags.
Yeah, they had the one that was kicked out of bounds. That was
great jobs by the officials tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Let the kids play.
Yeah, let them play.
They didn't maybe missed a face mask one earlier.
I was going to say, they haven't really missed any that I can think of. You know, they've done a really nice job. And both teams, it's a nice, clean game.
Yep. Handoff up the middle again for Treynor as they just keep trying to pound it forward a little bit. That one to Moss. He'll pick up about 2 yards on the play.
I think the decision came down from Coach that don't throw the ball anymore. I think he told the offense coordinator we're not throwing anymore tonight.
Yeah, he probably heard us. Their room's right next to us. He probably saw both of us go like this on that 3rd down throw that stopped the clock, and even on the throw that was the interception in the end zone.
Yeah. Like I said, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad, Jeff.
They'll hand it off again. A running room, and lots of running room this time for Moss. He is going to pick up the first down, breaks tackles, and gets all the way out to the 43-yard line. A pickup of 27 on the play. And Mark, you hate to say it, if it wasn't over prior to that run, they now can take another couple of minutes off of the game clock. Unless Kemper gets a turnover here, this game's probably in the books.
Yeah. You know, I'm just amazed that it's been so long since I've seen utilize the fullback and use him as a focal point.
Yes.
And
it's great to
Treynor,
see.
Yeah, this is the backup, and he's running. I mean, they hand the ball. I mean, I don't know how many handoffs they've had to the fullback tonight. Probably 20-some, at least.
Yeah, at least that. And now there is the fumble. It is going to be picked up. And taking it in for the touchdown is going to be Isaac Evans.
Yes.
And that is going to be a 42-yard touchdown return for Isaac Evans.
Never say never, Jeff.
No, absolutely. That's what I said. I was trying to jinx it so that it would happen.
This game tonight, every time we think we have it figured out, big play goes the other way.
Yep.
It's been crazy. I mean, I don't know what happened. He tried to pull it back through. All of a sudden, we look down. The ball's laying just dead in the middle of the field.
In the middle of the field, and Isaac Evans is the closest guy to it.
Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to get a touchdown here.
Yeah.
Good for Isaac.
Congratulations to the senior. Great kid.
Mm-hmm.
Knights will attempt the extra point here with Tommy Fitzsimmons. 3:10 left here in the football game. This would cut it to 35-21. I would assume that Kemper will try an onside kick. Hold is down, the kick is up. It is good, and that'll make it 35-21. Back in a minute here on KCIM.
When you're thinking about the kitchen in your home, no matter what the size,
People want and deserve more comfort, efficiency, and reliability, both in their homes and places of work. Dries Company will be there to meet these challenges, whether we are designing a new system or servicing your existing equipment. We are a rapidly growing company that strives to meet and exceed all your expectations. No matter if you are looking to buy new appliances or need the help from one of our certified technicians, we are here for you. We pride ourselves in our installation and service. Dries Company, servicing the Carroll area since 1933.
Mark, we're anticipating an onside kick here for the Kemper Knights, down 35-21. I told you during the break, I have a feeling there's been more defensive touchdowns and special teams touchdowns tonight than there have been offensive touchdowns. There is the onside kick, and we're going to get a flag going to go against Kemper. So they left and got out in front of the ball before it was kicked, and that was pretty easy. We're sitting about right where they were going to be kicking the ball. That was a pretty easy call.
Good thing we get another chance. Are you going to tell them what I said probably is going to happen on this onside kick?
Yes, you said that a guy's going to scoop it up from Treynor and score with it, because that would fit really what has been happening so far in this game.
Yeah, the narrative of the game, it's just been crazy. About the time one team gets momentum, just a crazy play happens the other way.
We've had a kick return for a touchdown. We've had 2 interception returns for a touchdown. We've had a fumble for a touchdown.
Yeah.
We've had 7 touchdowns scored here in the game, and we've had 3 of them on defense, 1 on special teams. So 4 of the 7 touchdowns have not come from the offenses tonight.
Yeah, just crazy. Just crazy. And momentum swings have just been crazy both ways.
East Sac County trailing Maple Valley Anthenoto right now, 22-19 late in the football game. Minute 12 left in that game. There's the onside kick, and this time Treynor able to fall on it at the Kemper 49-yard line. Diving on the top of that ball as it came up to him was Carson Elwood.
Yeah, did a nice job. He just wrapped it up, just laid on it, didn't even try and return it.
No, I wouldn't either. And if I was their coaching staff, that's exactly what I've been saying. Just get on the football.
Yes.
You know, I mean, unless Kemper burns some timeouts here, you can almost run the clock out. A couple of first downs here, and you've got this game over.
Yeah, it'd be interesting if they put fullback back in Miller, see if what they're going to do. Yeah, he's back in the game.
Yeah, Miller's back in the football game. They'll come out in a power I formation. Haven't seen that in a few years very regularly either. They'll toss it back to Schumacher on the outside. He'll cut it up, and is going to be wrapped up and brought down at around the 43-yard line. A pickup of about 6 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and about 4. And right now, if you're the Cardinal, you stay in bounds. You slide down. The clock is your friend. If you're Kemper, you're trying to get guys out of bounds. You're trying to push everything out of bounds if you can.
You know, and Kemper does a nice job with creating turnovers. Their linemen go for the strips. Their secondary is very good. So Kemper does a nice job of creating turnovers. So, you know, Treynor's going to have to make sure they secure the ball.
Quick update, Ethan Lingling hits Zach Dirks for a 75-yard touchdown, and Carroll leads MOC Floyd Valley now 13-6. Power I formation again for Treynor. They fake it again, and that time Dirks does a great job. Miller was hit and stuck and driven backwards, and Dirks was pulling it out of his belly as he was getting drugged backwards, and Dirks picks up 3 on the play.
Yeah.
And it'll bring up 3rd down now and about a yard to go, and we've got a timeout on the field by Kemper. We'll step away back in 30 seconds here on KCIM.
Your hometown Napa store not only offers you a large inventory.
Coming to you live from the Gatorade broadcast booth, distributed by Pepsi Beverages. Gatorade helping athletes at fuel, recover, and perform. Jeff Blankman and Mark Fieldmeyer with you here tonight on KCIM. Cincinnati rolling over Temple late in that game, 52-3. Red Sox now up 11-6 on the Rays in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Dodgers trailing the Giants 2-0 after 2 innings in the Major League Baseball playoffs. Astros won earlier today, as did the Brewers. So Houston up 2-0. And Milwaukee up at 1-0. Treynor hurries up to the line of scrimmage, and Dirk's going to keep it. And he's going to be really close. Kemper saying that there's a fumble. The officials are running in there. Kemper coaches it, jumping up and down, pointing that it's their football. The officials discussing it. I haven't seen anything. And it looks like it's going to stay. Yep, they're going to spot the football, and it's going to be enough for the first down. So they needed a yard. They got the yard. I didn't see the ball come in, but Kemper right away in the middle of that pile was jumping up and down like it was loose. Hard for us to see this far away if it came loose. The officials must have felt that it did not come loose, and if they did, it looks like Treynor came up with it.
I was, our sideline, our coaches were very animated but our players were not. So I was watching the players, and normally if there's a turn, the players would have been
they'd have been jumping up and down.
Absolutely.
Yep. So 1:40 left, and Treynor can pretty much run out the clock here unless Kemper uses those last 2 timeouts. They'll hand the football off, and Miller going to get down to the 35-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4 on the play. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 6 to go, and Kemper does take a timeout here with 1:30 left. That'll give me a chance here. Want to give a quick shout out as well. Western Iowa Networks. With Western Iowa Networks, you get more reliability when getting last minute homework done. More meaningful moments of video chatting with loved ones, and I get to do that every Sunday with my brothers, and more saving with locking in your internet price for 2 years. Call or text 712-775-2946 or go to westianet.com for details. And I will tell you, Mark, I went to Western Iowa Networks probably 7-8 years ago now and got Wi-Fi put into my place.
Yep.
Have never had a problem.
Yeah, they do great
smoothly
work.
all the time. They're a great company to work with. Appreciate everything they do for their local community.
Lee and I went to the bundle package here about a month ago, and it's been great. We've always had the telephone, the internet, and then we just had basic cable, but we went to the complete one. So it's been really nice to upgrade to their bundle package.
South Central Calhoun winning 41-7. Dirk's again going to keep it after pulling it out of the belly. He'll get down to the 32. Kemper going to use their final timeout here.
Yeah, I like it. I like Coach Steinkamp coaching there. This is exactly what, because like I said, you've got
you're coaching
next
for the
week.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, he's doing the exact right thing here. He's teaching the guys to play to the end. Because perfect example, they fumbled.
Yep.
We ran it back in. I mean, you never know until that clock says 0. The game is never over.
And the one thing, we've been kind of talking all night that if they lose this, they're probably the 3rd-place team.
Sure.
But if you go down and you knock off Underwood next week, all of a sudden you got 3 teams with 1 loss in the district. There's still that outside shot. Now, is it going to be an easy thing to go down and beat Underwood? No. But can anything happen in football? Absolutely.
Yes. Hey, anything good is never easy.
Yeah. Yeah, when Doug Wanderger loses a bet for me because I bet on the Iowa Hawkeyes and the Iowa Hawkeye fan bet against his own team last week.
Yeah,
Wanderger, you owe me a meal, my friend. You owe me a meal.
7 turnovers, and that was a butt whooping.
Handoff up the middle again, this time Moss, and he is not going to get the first down. He'll pick up down to the 31-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 2.
The funny thing to me is you make money off of Iowa. I make money off Nebraska.
I didn't make money.
Yeah.
I get a meal.
We get a free meal.
I get a meal.
You get a meal.
Yes, I get a meal.
But you're doing well.
Yes.
Yeah. See, that's what we got to do. You bet on Iowa. I bet on Nebraska. Everybody wins.
Funny thing is I cost Honnold money all the time on Nebraska because he always listens to me, and then he ends up, and usually it's because I go against us with the spread, and I've cost Honnold money this year, and then the first time I bet on his Hawkeyes, I end up winning a meal. Wanderger, that bacon double cheeseburger, it's smelling good, my friend.
I'm sure
little fries on the side.
Yeah, he'll do you up good.
Give me some barbecue sauce.
I knew when the Huskers went down to Norman, anytime 24 points, that was easy money.
Yeah, and I told you what I thought before the game. I thought our offense, which was struggling at the time, would struggle enough that our defense would eventually, which has been playing well, would eventually wear down, and Oklahoma would score enough in the fourth to kind of stretch it out and get it into the 20s. And luckily for me, I was wrong.
All matchups. Nebraska's very physical again.
They are again. They're getting there.
And Oklahoma, they want to be. They do not like that.
No, they don't. Back in their old Big 8 days, they didn't mind it. They didn't mind it.
They do not like it now.
No. The one thing I'll say to Hawkeye fans when they always tell me that Nebraska couldn't have played physical football years ago, if you'd have known us back in the Big 8,
it was different.
We were physical as anybody in the country. We actually had the first weight training program in college football. We were probably the most physical program.
Boyd? What was the guy in there?
Boyd Epley.
Boyd Epley, yeah.
We were the most physical program in college football for a long, long time.
Absolutely.
4th down and 2 for Treynor. 35-21, Cardinals with the lead. They get the first down here, and it's over, and Dirks pulls it away late again. Man, he rode Moss for about 3 seconds that time. As Moss was getting tackled, he pulled it away, slipped it off the right side, and he'll pick up 3 and gets the first down, and that is going to seal the deal here tonight. 35-21, 15 seconds left in this game, and Treynor doesn't have to snap it again. They're already walking off of the field. And a tough one tonight. I hate to even announce this one here, but Maple Valley Anthenoto Charter Oak Ute knocks off East Sac County tonight 12-9, or 22-19, excuse me. So the Raiders stay winless on the season tonight as they fall in that one. Our final score here tonight, Treynor defeating the Kemper Knights by a final of 35-21. We'll step away, take a break. Our Mackey Motors postgame show is coming up. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City. We're back in 3 minutes here on KCIM.
Mackey Motors has been...
We deliver environmental services together. Why together? Because together we're stronger and more effective. We're proud to partner with you to recycle plastics. Recyclable plastic will have the number 1 or 2 inside the recycle symbol. It's generally a food, beverage, soap, or cleaner container. Make sure they're empty, give them a quick rinse if possible, and put the cap back on. These plastics are not recyclable. They belong in the trash. Visit our website at carrollcountylandfill.com for details of how you can be part of the recycling team, because together, everyone achieves more.
Family owned and operated since 1948, Quant Auto Salvage is the area's best full-service scrap facility. Whether you are looking to sell scrap iron, vehicles, or batteries, or you need to locate that difficult-to-find part for your vehicle, they have what you need. And if it isn't in stock, they can locate it with their nationwide parts database, or you can pull it yourself at their You Pull It. Quant Auto Salvage. They sell the best and recycle the rest on Kitty Hawk Avenue in Carroll.
Working as a team to achieve success is the only way towards victory. Hi, this is Kelly Danner. Having teammates that have your back isn't just for game day. It's important when it comes to your insurance coverage too. Roselle Mutual and Grinnell Mutual are here to provide you with a winning lineup of quality insurance no matter what your needs are. Give us a call today at 792-4525 for your commercial, farm, home, and auto insurance needs. Roselle Mutual, proudly insuring the area since 1876.
Olson's Outdoor Power is your one-stop service and equipment shop for all things outdoor. We sell the best power sports products in the business, from Polaris, Can-Am, Sea-Doo, and Ski-Doo, trailers to tackle any job from H&H, Triton, and Wilson, and we continue to lead the way in lawn and garden equipment with great products from Exmark, Dixie Chopper, Husqvarna, Cub Cadet, Steel, and Echo. Add factory-trained technicians in 2 locations, and it's easy to see why Olson's Outdoor Power is the leader in all things outdoor. Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
St. Anthony Regional Hospital, the regional leader in healthcare, dedicated to improving the health of the people they serve. At St. Anthony Regional Cancer Center, you'll find the convenience of cancer and oncology consultation and treatment in one convenient location. At St. Anthony Clinic, you'll find a team of doctors and nurses that care about you and your family's health. St. Anthony Clinic is devoted to comprehensive healthcare for people of all ages. For every stage of life, always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
Motors post-game show. Find new roads at Mackey Motors in Lake City. Jeff Blankman, Mark Fieldmeyer with you here tonight as the Kemper Knights fall to 4-3 overall. More important for them, they fall now to 3-1 in the district. First home loss for Kemper this season, as well as they had picked up all wins here at home. They close out the regular season now next week down at number 2 Underwood. And then they head into the playoffs as either the 2 or the 3 seed out of the district, depending on how that game plays out next week. Mark, if you're Kemper, man, you killed yourself a lot here tonight. And that's not to take anything away from Treynor. I liked what you said early in the game. Their defensive coverage game plan tonight, I think, took Kemper out of what they wanted to do throwing the football, and I think may have led to some of those interceptions. There was 3 of them in the game, 2 of them for touchdowns, 2 pick sixes here tonight for Treynor. So give Treynor credit, but when you have three interceptions, 2 return for a touchdown, you have a fumble, you have a kickoff return for a touchdown, and you have a punt situation where the punter has to take off running with the football and gets tackled for a 6-yard loss, you're lucky your defense they got started at your 10 and your 22 in the first half and didn't score.
Yeah.
They stubbed their toes so many times tonight. So if you're coach, you're coming out of this and you're kind of saying, let's clean things up and give ourselves a chance.
Yeah, these two teams, I mean, if they get to play again at some point, they're very evenly matched, and their strengths are pretty. It's just a really even football game. Turnovers are definitely the difference. Kemper turned the ball over a ton tonight. They didn't. They had the one fumble, that Evans ran in for a touchdown. But other than that, I think it's 2 very even football teams like we talked about. It was going to come down to turnovers. And just unfortunately tonight, Kemper had a lot of turnovers, and that was the difference in the game.
Yeah, and lucky that Isaac Evans scooped up that ball.
Yes.
We did see a bad thing, and not that DJ Vanami can't do the job at the quarterback position, but Cooper has been your starter all year long. Yeah. He was being helped out to the middle of the field at the end of the game. That doesn't mean that he's not going to play next week, but it doesn't look good. The other thing that does is now all of a sudden, who's your backup to DJ? That's the question that you have.
Yeah, so Kemper's definitely got banged up here the last couple weeks. Now, the good thing is you got 2 weeks of football in front of you, and maybe more depending on how you regroup here. A lot of football left. It's never easy.
Nope.
It's never easy. So now let's find out what we're made of.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what you have to do. We're going to step away. We'll take a break. We need to announce our Motor Inn Player of the Game. And, folks, seriously, Mark and I are still debating it. We'll be back to name our Motor Inn Player of the Game. That's coming up next year on KCIM. We are back in 2 minutes.